Chop it up with Chop, baby. Shout out to Rick Star on the track. I see you, young Prince. Let's go.
Chop it up with Chop, chop it up with Chop, chop it up with Chop, chop it up. Chop it up with Chop, chop it up with Chop, chop it up with Chop, chop it up. Real issues, real problem, real shit that we dealing with. Fuck your whole life up dealing with a city bitch like me, like that's the shit that we dealing with. Get up on the oil and we get into the thick of it. Niggas be tripping when their names ain't mentioned. The product ain't moving, so the niggas start glitching. Friends on the foes in a goddamn minute. Snakes start rattling. See you hear the hissing. These niggas stay telling, but these niggas ain't kissing. Point a head out and they ass get missing. When you see a real chief, better get into submission. Ain't shit made up and a nigga ain't blemished. Chop it up with Chop, chop it up with Chop, chop it up with Chop, chop it up. Chop it up with Chop, chop it up with Chop, chop it up with Chop, chop it up.
Chop it up with Chop. Chop it up with Chop. Chop it up. Chop it up with Chop. Chop it up with Chop. Chop it up. Chop it up with Chop. Chop it up. Chop it up with Chop. Chop it up with Chop. Chop it up with Chop.
Yo, what it is. Man, it feels good to be back. Man, hey, don't feel bad if you got, I know I look like I'm about 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 pounds over after Thanksgiving. But we're going to talk about that tonight. We're going to get into it tonight because I know a lot of us going to need it. But I'm glad to be back. Welcome back to Choppin' It Up with Chop. We finna get into a good conversation. I feel good to have this beautiful young lady next to me tonight. Man, I love when people, you call them and they answer, they pick up and then they show up and they just show out. And you sharp, Eb. What's up, Eb? How you doing?
Thank you. I'm
It's
doing good.
it's good to have you up here. You know what I'm saying?
I don't miss from over there.
Right. It's good to have you up here. What you got going on? Talk to us. Let us know. And you got to tell us all the business. Give it to us.
Same old. Actually, y'all, please excuse my voice. Being a teacher ain't easy. You feel me?
Yelling at them kids all day.
Ooh, especially with this generation of kids. Listen. But no, same old. Still working, still hustling, still doing what I gotta do. Have a fashion show coming up in February with
Okay.
Smith Modeling Agency.
Okay.
It's called the Black Met Gala. Tickets are coming soon. Look out for the Eventbrite, and it's going to be February 2025.
Okay. And make sure you remind me, let me know so I can support and I can actually support you from here and show up and support. Because I know y'all be doing y'all thing. What you been doing with your podcast? Have you? I mean, I know you still got a little. I'm trying to steal you, so I mean, but but whenever you ready. But what you got going on with that?
So we still working out, ironing some kinks out right about now.
Okay.
So it's still under construction, but I love being over here on Chopping Up with Chop.
Okay, I can dig. Well, we got, man, this I feel so good because I got orange and black. I got Chief Pride in the house, man. I got so many Chiefs in here, I don't know what to do. I got so many Chiefs in here, I don't know what to do. I got a couple of big brothers in here, man. I looked up to these guys for years. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. I ain't gonna, I ain't got too much to say because they done set the flame, man. And not only are they dope, they have a dope family. Just their family alone is just dope. Their name alone is dope. So, I'm gonna get into it. I also got a younger chief in here. Try what it is, man. It's good to meet you, man. I'm glad to have you here, bruh.
Man, I'm glad to be here. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to put this on the platform. It's big, because a lot of people, they dealing with health issues.
Exactly.
The key is to actually help these people get this into like 1 million people.
Okay.
Basically, we just try to reach out to the, especially my generation, just to make sure they
know what's going on with their, what's out there.
Exactly. And also just to, not only for elderly people,
But
people our generation,
young
stuff
people.
like that, is targeting. But that's basically it.
Okay, you got anything else going? Like you got, what can you be reached or like,
Well, I'm on Instagram, 305 All Star. I also do like pest control. I'm like day in and day out with it.
Okay.
Network marketing is like my second side hustle.
Okay.
Basically, that's how I got
to
my
this
coach,
point, right? Oh, okay.
Coach Larry in it, and then I've been knowing Larry since my little league days, since Optimates at Scott Lake.
Okay.
And I met him again in high school, and like he believed in me in high school, I believed in him, bringing him to this company, and ever since he been, I'm happy for him, cause he been, balling out ever since he done came in the company.
Yeah, he'll go get it. We gonna get into that later. But hey, it's good to have you here, man.
Glad to be here.
Yeah. Hey, if y'all watching this right now, y'all just chiming in. Joy says speaking to the light, the mic, beautiful. Hey, Joy, how you doing? If y'all just chiming in, I want y'all to share, like, love. We're gonna have a real good conversation tonight. We're gonna be talking about health and wellness. We're gonna be talking about, relationship. Y'all know that's my thing because I want to push that. I really want everybody to have that avenue for relationship. Now the next brother I'm about to go, man. When I was when I was in middle school, man, I never seen somebody run with so much authority. He probably don't even remember it, but I used to watch this cat run, and I'm like, yo, where is he running from? Where? But Mo Wash, what's up, man?
What's going on, Chop? Thanks for having me on.
Man, you know it ain't nothing, man. I always love you. Remember when we were doing the battle rap days? You still in the loop?
I'm not in that culture like that, nah. But
Okay.
I still kind of keep up with some of the players, but
Okay.
not hosting events no more, nah.
Okay. And how is the theater? Because you not only act, you write and you produce and you actually play in it. You do all of this stuff. Now how I want to know how.
Man, I don't know. I got ADHD, so I do a lot of things. That's where you caught me being creative with battle rap. I did comedy shows, but for my production, we just got back from Atlanta, doing a stage plays up there, play up there. We did 2 shows up there.
Okay.
One last year, one this year. We did 3 nights, and then we came back down and did Lauderhill Performing Arts Center. But I've been doing shows for down here about 8 years, stage plays. So we just kind of now picking up, going to different cities and kind of expanding the brand.
Okay.
So it's been a lot of.
So how many cities you touching? Like how many? Because I know you be doing a lot. I be seeing it.
Now, what was the question? You said how much what?
How many cities you be touching? Because I see you be doing a lot.
Shoot, in college we went to Dallas and Baltimore. Here we went to Atlanta and we're planning to go back to Dallas again.
Okay.
So we just looking for little spaces that can kind of fit our crowd. So it's really exciting. Right now, at this moment, I'm working on my first short film, Father Abandonment.
Okay.
So you talked about family. So relationships. Yeah. So that's one of those relationship
drag
storylines.
racing going on. My bad, bro.
Yeah.
They drag racing out there. No, but we good. You say that again.
So yeah, I'm working on my first short film called Father Abandonment. We're shooting a pilot right now. So you talked about relationships. So that's something when you talk about father abandonment. Why
what I gotta do to get a role? I mean, I'm saying what I gotta do to I'll come through and do the audition and everything.
I mean, just be available when that phone ring.
Man, listen, I'm ready. Put me in, coach. Put me in the game. Hey, Janessa. This is one of my wife's beautiful friends. It's so good. I'm glad to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Right, and I didn't think you was gonna get in yet. I didn't know you was gonna come in so quick. But we had conversations, and I'm like, man, you deep too. You deep thought. You think about everything, and that's a good thing. Cause you can't run into too many people that do that nowadays. Mm-hmm. So give us a little bit about you, what you got going on.
So thank you for having me on the show. It actually was a little bit short notice. I'm familiar with your podcast, like you said, because of your wife. Once she shared with me the topic, I figured, hey, why not come in, run my mouth a little bit, and just get my feet wet in my passion. So that's really what brought me here. I'm very excited. Nice to meet everyone. I'm looking forward to hearing more about your opinions, but I'm just ready to get into the topic.
Okay, all right, that's what's up. Now I saved this I'm gonna say young man. I ain't gonna call him old. The nigga old. He don't look old, but the nigga old. I met him when I was. Hey, I met him when I was 9 years old, and he was my coach. He was my swimming coach. He was managing Brentwood Pool. If you a Carriage City rat, you know. Everybody went to Brentwood Pool.
Murder Grove.
Brentwood, Motor Grove.
Lunch.
Right. So, Larry, I think he was 19 then.
I was 19.
He was 19, I was 9. And he was like, Chop, you finna get in that water. I'm like, yeah, I know. So he put me in meets and everything. I won a lot of medals. And I was like, yo, cause I wasn't no slim kid. I was chunky. I'm like, why this nigga betting on me?
The float, no.
He had me doing the butterfly, the breaststroke, freestyle, all of that. But you played a real huge part in my life, man. I definitely appreciate, you just taking that time, because even at 19, I can't tell you, I was doing similar to it, but just you sowing into young men and sowing into just, the youth, period. Looking out, man. I definitely appreciate everything you did. I want you to give a brief, introduction of yourself, and then we'll go into everything else we got to get into.
All right. So like Chop said, man, we've been knowing each other for a very long time. It's so much to say in just a little bit of time, but I'll just do an overview. 25 years with the military, 20 years with the fire department, about 4 or 5 years now as a SWAT medic. Father, brother, son, coach, mentor, all those things coupled in one, man. And so I've been all around the world with the military, and now I'm at that bitter end where I have to kind of transition into something different, and find a new love. Just a pleasure being here, man. And when we get into these topics and get about how we met and all that good stuff, man, we could really get into the meat and potatoes, man.
We definitely gonna spin
make
the
this
block.
world a better place.
Hey, Shaw, spin that video real quick, man.
Lights, camera, action.
And the it's another one. I'm gonna come back and play that other one.
All right.
It's so dope, and we do appreciate your service, man. I know,
Yes,
I
thank
talk
you
to
for
you,
your service.
right? I talk to you personally, and you telling me you finna go here, you finna go there. I'm like, where you going? So a lot of people don't understand that because they ain't connected with people in the military like that, and don't know what y'all go through on a day to day. So we definitely appreciate your service, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Definitely.
Thank you.
So we're gonna be talking about drops. Am I saying it right, or you tell me?
So we call it balancing body drops, but the brand name is Slenderez, right? And Slenderez is a conglomerate of 2 bottles that's in a box. That one is named Slenderex and one is named Accelerate, right? And so combined together, call it Slenderez, right? Some people call it skinny drops, slim drops, balancing body drops, happy drops, my drops, your drops. So
somebody dropping
somebody drops, right? So
maybe you hear that.
I fell in love with it, and just a real brief story when I was, going through family life, man, like deploying almost every other year, or every 2 years I was in another country, right? So when you come back, it takes so long to transition. People don't understand, like when you go overseas, you could call it PTSD, you can call it what you want to, but it's a transition phase to try to transition back into regular living.
Right,
You've been
right.
living like in a box or living in a base, and you're not able to go places like when you want to, right? You're kind of confined to that area. And then not only that, keeping a mindset that, death could be upon you at any point in time. So the mindset, what people don't understand, that I will make it look easy, but it's not easy. And the older you get, the harder it is to transition back. So what I found is that prior to my deployment, my son started having epilepsies, right? So he had it when he was younger, grew out of it, was playing football, and man, 6 days before my orders were supposed to drop for me to leave, it was his last game, and then my brother was actually coaching out there too. And if you know me, I'm always going hard in the paint. Like, I wasn't the best athlete, I wasn't a superstar, but I was always one that gave it my 150%.
Yeah.
And so I think the last play of the game, my son made the sack, and we were already blowing the team out. And then I remember my brother saying, like, Larry, man, there's like 6 seconds left in the game. You know, why you could have just let him run out of bounds. But no, Larry was determined that he was going to get that last sack because he plays until that clock goes 0.
Right.
Unbeknown to us, when we got home, he ended up having a seizure, like a full-blown grand mal seizure. Like, he's never had a full-blown seizure. So for me, that was like, you know, a dag to me, right?
Yeah.
So here it is. My son just had a seizure. I'm 6 days away from leaving. I'm already assigned as the team sergeant for a team, a ODA, a specialized team to go into a foreign country, and now I have a family crisis. And so you get to that crossroad where you're trying to figure out, am I prioritizing the military over my family, or am I being a provider for my family?
Right.
And so it's a very hard line to delineate, man. And people don't understand that being in the military is, we make it look easy, but man, it is wear and tear. And so I didn't realize that until I got back. And then having to look at what my wife had to deal with, taking care of him. When he has a seizure, she has to go pick him up to school. Had kids in 2 separate elementary and middle school. Yeah. So you can imagine one parent trying to juggle all that. I'm getting home and trying to just relax. There's no relax when you get home.
Yeah.
I went straight from that to being on a SWAT team.
You went from war to war.
Right. So there was no real mental break. And what I noticed is, like, my body was aching, man. Like, my ankle was swelling up, my shoulders was hurting. I had multiple injuries from the military that just didn't bother me before, but started to, like, really bother me. And it wasn't until, man, I would say about a year to date almost, when I saw his post about these skinny drops. And I was like, man, I got to lose this weight. It wasn't that I was eating a lot. It wasn't that I was, you know, eating after hours. I was eating maybe 1 meal a day, bro. And my weight got up to 250. And I'm trying to figure out, how am I 250 when I'm like 230, 225, and I could run that weight off. I wasn't able to do that.
Yeah.
So fast forward, when I saw his posts, I saw, like, nothing against white people. I saw, like, a lot of white people on, like, hey, they lost weight, Johnny lost weight. And I'm like, damn, it sounds like a good product, but who the hell are those people Travis know? Because I know he from Opalaga and he live in Carol City. I know, unless he worked with them.
Right.
You know, how does he know them?
Who that Hoppo?
Who she, Hoppo?
Right.
So fast forward, send them a little inbox, say, hey, man, I don't know if your shit hacked, but I want to know about them drops, man. If it ain't hacked, I want to learn about that, because I'm trying to get myself, because all the stuff they had on the balancing your cortisol levels, which is a big thing with military first responders. Like, we're under a lot of stress, but we don't realize, like, how our body is really compensating for it, right? So when they talked about the visceral fat, like, you start getting the belly fat, you start getting the joint pain, the inflammation, it messes up your whole metabolic system, your digestive system. So again, I'm talking a lot, but I saw that in there, and me being a paramedic and knowing that, I'm like, shit, that might be what's happening to me. So
yeah,
I was already convinced that I was gonna get it. But when I sent him the text, he's like, nah, man, let me send you some information so you, man, I don't need to read. I need to know how I get them drops, because I read what I needed to read that I felt was what I was dealing with.
Yeah.
So anyway, long story short, he yo, whatever, dog. I told you that's why you got to sit next to me.
Right. Because you're trying to get, and you said metabolic. You knew me since I was a kid. My metabolic system been messed up.
Yeah.
But the good thing about it, like, I wanna ask the ladies, do y'all feel like y'all have any? Well, y'all young though still. Ev, what you think? Like, especially you, because you ain't gotta fight against nothing. What you fight? You think you can use some of that fitness wise? Because this is a supplement that's actually a healthy supplement.
Right, not just a weight loss.
It's not just for weight loss.
Right.
It's for actual health, your joints. What's some other
menopause,
stuff? Yeah, right.
Like high cholesterol, sugar levels. It could balance that out. Like, and these gals are kind of young, but females that's a little bit older that's going through menopause, it helps out with that, balancing those hormonal levels. So to that point, I was saying that those drops, it wasn't a weight loss for me. It was balancing out my levels that I think were elevated that I didn't know until I started reading up on it and like understanding. Because I mean, when you're an athlete and you're doing something specialized, you're not really worrying about am I eating right, because you could just go run that stuff off the next day, like this one does. He's slim as the ice and runs for days.
He's been running forever.
But still, internally though, you have some things that's going on that may be out of sync, and so you can look perfectly healthy and still have a stroke.
Okay, so now before we get into the conversation, how can they find this product? And I already know you told me already that you finna put my ass on the product.
Yeah, I bought some bags too.
You told me you finna put me on the product. You know, my weight be up and down. I don't know how. I mean, it's more up than down. But I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to do it when I get back from the
trip.
Yeah, the trip, our anniversary trip. I'm gonna lock in. So I'm willing to tap in January 1st. And what you gonna clock me for? 30 days or what? What?
30 days.
30 days?
I would bet if you do it correctly, within 2 weeks, you're gonna see a difference. And he done lost like 30 pounds.
Okay.
So, again, and he was always a big kid, man. It's nothing against the big boned people, man, but like, it could be genetics, it could be whatever, but he's healthy now, right? So those drops get you healthy. And the side effect, if there's weight to be lost, is weight loss. If there's no weight to be lost, then you just remain healthy. Your joint pain may go away. Your cholesterol levels may get level. Your sugar levels, your anxiety and depression and all that stuff like that. They have stuff within the drops that helps keep you calm and not have you all jittery and having those side effects, because it's a homeopathic type supplement.
It's the ashwagandha in it.
Say that again?
Ashwagandha and the B12.
Talking to the mic.
Oh, this is the ashwagandha in it. The B12.
That's not that
keep
stuff
you,
that Will Smith be going over there doing, is it?
Yeah, is it?
Is it? That's that?
It keep you calm and, you know, anxiety. For females, this product came out actually for females.
Right.
Because females, they deal with a lot of hot flashes, menopause, and all that stuff.
Okay.
The hormones, the key thing is the hormones. The hormones is the thing that sends signals to your body to eat. And that's the key. Because if your hormones unbalanced, you eat bad food.
Right.
But with these drops, well, it comes with a program, and it's a booklet that comes with it.
Okay.
You got to eat everything on that booklet. If you don't,
and y'all provide everybody with the whole dialogue of what they need to do when they're on this and all that stuff like
exactly.
that.
Right. So with the box, I'll just bust it out, but I'm not gonna open it. But within this box, it has a booklet that has a recommended food list.
Okay.
And to his point, I'm just be honest. I didn't use the food list because I wasn't eating dirty, right? But if you are not, like, if you don't have an eating regimen or some type of meal plan, then they have it in here for you. So what happens is you have people that's on meal plans, but they don't, they can't lose weight.
Joy,
and that's because the levels are
hold on,
away.
Joy. Hey, Joy, a real quick shout out. Hey, Kimbrick, what's going on? He said, Kimbrick say my nephews, Mike, Harry, and Mo Wash. Kimbrick.
Oh, that's
that's Antioch. Yeah.
We born on the same day.
Joy said, does it have maca root or maca root? Am I saying that correctly? Maca root?
I don't know if this one particularly has it, but I know we have other products that have the maca root in it. But it has a lot of fruits, plants, and mushrooms in it that help out with balancing out those hormones, as he alluded to, because your hormones will affect your digestive system. Once it affects your digestive system, and what I like about it is that as a paramedic, I go to scenes when people are having diabetic emergencies, meaning either sugar's low or is really high, right? Or they having hypertension problems. Like, this is my way of helping people prior to that 911 call.
Because you see it firsthand.
I've seen it on the worst, on people's worst days, man.
Okay, and I definitely want to spend a block on this conversation. Nick said she was on her way, and then the nigga pulled up. What's up, Nikita? How you doing? Hey, I thought I would.
Question: how much those kits go for?
Oh, Good question.
So retail price is 176, but I get it to people for 150 because I get it for the discounted rate. So
that's a month supplier.
That's a month supply, right? So it's definitely worth your squeeze, man. Like a lot of people are like, oh, that's high, but man, you'll go to, let's say Outback and spend about 120 in that one weekend. You'll spend more money on fat body stuff than you would like on your personal health. So I feel like that's an investment to good health.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you could do it now or not do it at all.
I'm accepting the challenge, but I'm accepting it. I'm gonna do it, Coach.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do
Listen,
it.
I got you.
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
got
do
you.
it. I'm gonna accept the challenge, and you know, I want to start January. You know, I'm, you know,
January
like
1st.
everybody else, all the other blasphemers. I'm gonna start January 1st,
Right.
and you know, I'm gonna try to make it work. I'm always good when I start out because I ride bikes and I just ride and I can drop it, but then I gain it back quick.
But you don't even need to do that with the drops.
It just do it all. I can
You
wait.
just do a little walk around the corner, you'll drop
Yeah.
it. Like
And
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the thing though. This is not a like most dietary stuff you got to work out like fat burners and stuff like this is not that. This is a health product. Now, marketing wise, they'll say, "Hey, this is skinny drops. This help you lose weight." So people all
Right, that's it,
think
'cause the
that
first thing they
I
wanna
gotta go
do.
work out. But no,
Yeah.
it's getting all your hormonal levels balanced for your body to be able to get rid of that weight that you don't want. Like my wife, she was already working out 4 times a week, so she wasn't really losing any weight, but she was slim, right? But when I put on her drops, she started losing inches. So she's like, I'll take inches over weight any day because now she's fitting into the clothes she want to fit in. She's getting the curvatures that she wants. So again, it's a health product, but we advertise it as a weight because most people, 70% of the U.S. is overweight. Let's just face it,
Yeah.
right? So everybody's trying to do lipo and all this other crap that's killing them on the table of the surgeon,
Right.
Or they're taking these injections that's messing up their whole system. So
And service, public service announcement.
Go ahead.
Ladies, you are beautiful the way
Yes.
God made y'all.
Yes.
You are beautiful the
Yeah.
way God made
Facts.
y'all. Y'all don't need to do all this extra stuff. If I can walk around here with my rolls, y'all can listen. You are beautiful the way God made y'all. Y'all don't need to do.
no.
Listen, y'all don't need to do all that extra stuff. As far as you know, now, if it helps you psychologically, okay, I'm nobody to interfere in that.
That's a topic within itself.
Right,
Yeah,
it
it
is.
is.
It is. And this is gonna go good with spinning off into our next topic, because you need a good back to please whoever you're trying to please. So, no, you don't need a good back.
No, I'm listening.
Oh, I thought you was ready to jump in there. You need a good back. Now, this ain't for you, Al. I ain't gonna mess with you tonight. This ain't for you, Al. Listen, so what does a healthy sex life look like? Now, me and you, like, we could talk about it from a married point of view, right? Anybody else in here married?
Yeah.
Oh, you married? Okay. Oh yeah, Shy, you married too. Okay, so what I want what does a healthy sex life look like to you?
It's basically communication, understanding each other.
Yeah.
Basically knowing what each one of us like and don't like with a sexual, just being there and communicate. Basically, that's the key.
Now, are you communicating through words or are you communicating through body?
Well, both.
Yeah.
Because females love to be touched.
Right.
That's the number one thing I know about my wife. Basically, just being that alpha. You gotta be an alpha to a woman, because if you don't,
What kind of alpha? Not Donald Trump. Or
Not a
would
narcissist.
You, right.
Nah.
Alpha.
Because you know his policy. You gotta grab him.
Oh my
Now, am I lying? I'm not lying.
Not lying. That's
I'm
what
not
he said.
lying.
You're just-
Hey, bring that here. What now? Because I want to hear yours, and I'm coming to you next, Janessa. I'm coming to you next.
Okay.
I want to hear but it's unique. I know I'm not gonna say nothing. What do you feel like would be a healthy sex life for you in a relationship?
Yes.
what Travis said, like having that healthy communication, knowing what you like, what you don't like, what I don't like, and making sure it meshes well together.
So, but do you like? Do you feel like you should go to your partner and say, "Hey, I need some of that tonight"?
It should not be like that.
Sometimes.
I mean, you can always use non-verbal cues. Like you should know your partner.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
don't have to be like
Women,
oh,
y'all like the
fucking-
toot. Y'all like the toot and do that. Y'all do that stuff. Janessa,
Nah, that'd be
Right.
that. Hey, that'd be that late night scooting back.
Right,
You like
yeah,
you trying to
yeah.
sleep. They like bump you. Like what the hell you
Right.
bumping me for?
Oh yeah.
Right.
That's the
They
signal.
they
That's the bad signal.
They rearranging your legs and all kind of shit in the bed. You don't know what the hell going on.
That's the bad signal.
Nessa, what do you feel like? Give me. I want to hear your input. What do you feel like is a healthy?
I always think the basis of everything is with self. So I feel you have to be whole within yourself. When you're whole within yourself, you're present, you know what you want, what you don't want, of course, but being able to really express yourself with a partner that makes you feel as though they are a safe space, I think that's the basis of it. From there, I think that the respect, the communication, the flow, the consistency, everything else is just flow.
So can you have sex with your partner and y'all just had an argument? Listen, I'm gonna keep you on your toes tonight. I ain't come here to play with nobody. I'm getting ready to do this. I'm getting ready to do this skinny tea thing.
Personally-
Hey. Right, give it to me. Give it to us raw.
Personally, no, I could not.
Okay.
I think my emotions would be too wrapped up into something in the moment that I would feel as though you're dismissing my words. So no, personally.
Okay. All right. Mo, I want to hear what you guys say about that,
Man,
man.
that's a single guy. Hold on now.
I want it. Yeah, we need every point of view in there.
I'm a troublemaker, so I try to keep quiet.
Right, nah,
I
I
don't
want-
like to talk a lot because I kind of turn the room, so I just kinda stay
Nah,
away.
we need that. Yeah, we need that. What you think? How does it work for you? Can you do that?
I mean, it depends on the person that you're with. That's
True.
for starters. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Understanding you. But a healthy sex life is basically somebody that's filling your needs. You know, a lot of times men in relationships, I'm not saying all the time, but usually men are the initiators.
Yeah.
Like women lay passively knowing they want to have it, but
They
we have
want
to
to
start
have it. Just
so
wait.
they would go a week, 2 weeks without even showing you that they want to have sex, and then when it comes out, it probably be like, you must be sleeping with somebody else.
Right.
But sometimes we just don't want to make the move
Right.
all
All
the
the
time.
time.
We want to make sure that you want it just as much as we
Let's
want
go,
it.
Moses. I'm sorry I
so-
had to say it like that.
So a healthy sex life is me saying, hey, let's have sex. And
Yeah.
you're ready. You know? But
Yeah.
it doesn't work like that because, you know, like she said, arguments, life, kids, bills,
Right.
all these different stipulations can change the dynamic
Yeah.
of a healthy sex life. This is why you got side chicks that brings nothing to the table but gives you amazing sex.
Right.
And that's what men want, but they still want the foundation of that
See,
love
now-
and that sacred place.
Now, I want y'all to understand that he's cheating because he writes about all of this stuff. This nigga's...
Well, I did a show called Coming Together.
Okay.
CUMMING.
Okay.
And we talked about sex, and they had to go see a sexologist. So I did
Yeah.
studies and studies on this.
Research.
Yeah, it wasn't just a play. We talking about therapy and, you know, how many times a woman can climax from the cervix,
Yeah.
the G spot, the A spots.
Because
You know
they
what I'm
can
saying?
come from like 3 different places and
Three,
we
four,
only
but
got
they don't
one.
even know. A lot of women don't know why they squirt, what position you need to
And that's
be
because
in.
they got to pee now. We're not going to talk about that.
But
That's because they got to pee.
However you want to call it, it's still certain spots that you got to hit to create that.
There's a certain spot that you got to create for them to go pee.
No, a certain spot you got to hit.
They still going to pee. We're talking about, but no, I get you though. I get you. I think like, yo, you just said a mouthful because like it's like you feel like as a man, well, hey, I only got like once I get mine, shit, you know, that's it. But women, they come like, what is it, 3 different ways? Am I wrong, women? Well,
We talking about sex life.
We talking about sex life. So like,
yeah, they can come a lot. You know?
Yeah, they can come, but I'm talking about multiple ways. A man only comes one way.
No, we got anal.
Oh no, I don't participate in that.
No, I'm saying a man can come from.
I mean, yeah, I know, I heard about it, but I've never indulged.
I don't know what the hell he talking about.
Right. Yeah, no, I heard about it, and when I was hearing about it, it's
Exactly.
That's right. Next. Listen, no, I heard about that, but I can't believe guys are actually out there doing that. You really letting somebody stick their finger in? No, I don't have any.
A lot of men do that.
I don't have anything against the alphabets. I love alphabets A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But I don't, yeah, I don't feel like, yeah, I can't, for me it doesn't do anything. Now, how do you usher yourself into a situation like this? Because this is a gym. We got a gym. You want to tell them why I'm saying you're a gym? Because I want to say it. Why are you a gym, Ebony?
I'm a gym because I am waiting for marriage. So I do not have this experience that you all have.
Right. And y'all better stay away. The Lord has her covered. When I heard that,
You a believer?
I am.
What you gotta say, Mo? You look like you was about to say something else.
I'm already a troublemaker, so I don't say much. I just ask questions, just nod my head. But
When she said that the first time, everybody in here turned their head like
You lying.
you lying.
you know what? My girlfriend in high school waited till she was married.
Did she wait for you?
No. We didn't get married, but we stayed friends. We dated in high school. We didn't ever do it. College, and then she got married and she gave herself to a husband, and then I got it after.
Oh God, you a bill collector, nigga. This is ridiculous.
Because it didn't work out. She waited.
Oh,
You only tried one. You know.
oh God.
Well, I mean, they got a divorce. It didn't work. The relationship didn't work
Right.
out because the
Okay.
relationship is not waiting on
Okay,
sex.
but see,
It's
this
so
is
many
why-
different dynamics that happen inside.
No. See, this is the thing. This is why people don't understand. Sex is very important when it comes into the relationship. Now, a lot of people don't agree with me when I say this. I say that you train people how to treat you. So it's just like you train somebody how, bro. So for instance, if I know my wife loves brown. I drink white. So when I go to the liquor store, I'm only looking at white, but I know she likes brown. So I know brown gonna bring the round. For me, I'm thinking about what it is that
Brown makes you get down. Dog.
yeah, but brown makes me get too down. I can't get too
No,
down.
not that down.
Not yet. Yeah, I don't want to get that down. I want to be down. I want to be alert. I want to be alert. So but when you pay attention to that, you are able to tap into like, okay, damn, I know my person is this, or I know my person is that. Janessa, what's your take on that?
Remind me of the question.
The question is about sex and how does it please you, or how do you look?
What is a healthy sex?
Yeah, right.
I think she
How is
answered
it?
that. I think you was tallying off of.
Oh yeah, she piggybacked off of y'all. Okay. You skate. You a skate. You ain't give her.
We'll get there.
Okay, I'm gonna put it out of you.
I'll warm up.
Hey,
I got you.
what you and Trav, you gave yours too, right?
Nah, you missed me.
Oh, let's hear it. Let's hear it, Mr. Washington.
Yeah, I'm the oldest motherfucker here.
Right. But I ain't
Ask
know
the
you-
old dog. You
Right,
know,
because you've been
how you make it work.
Give him a 1 minute limit.
right.
Talk like he.
Right, look, hey, little brother about to be in your chest. I can't believe I got both of y'all here at the same
And
time.
guess
That's
what? We born on
crazy.
the same day.
That's
different years.
crazy.
And we argue all the time.
All the time.
Politics, everything.
Yeah.
But the crazy part is, I knew both of y'all, and I've been cool with both of y'all for years, and didn't find out until later that y'all was actually brothers. That's the crazy part, because I never seen you at Brentwood.
No, he was always running around, getting in trouble.
That's why I wasn't nervous when I did battle rap.
Uh-oh.
Ah.
Was that a dig?
Nah, because he know.
I got beat. I put him out.
Hey, he know. Nah, he like, man, Moses, man, listen, what you do for the community, and I got to give you a flowers because we always
And
got to
that's
do
all
that.
I did, to give somebody a platform. That's all. That's my whole
Man.
life. Give people a platform when I coach track, when I coach football, when I do comedy shows. I give people a stage. When I'm actors, a lot of my actors went on to be in different movies and stuff.
Yeah.
We got one touring with the president and singing, you know. I give platforms so people can to bring out their gifts, and that's all I did in the community. I just went to people that wasn't doing anything, but
And
everybody
made-
want to be a rapper.
Right.
And you gave them a platform, but then if you give an untamed horse, you know what I'm saying, the saddle,
No reins.
what you gonna do when you
You
try
got
to
to
ride?
call your brother and say, "Hey man, I'm gonna need you to be in the crowd and let's go
Yeah.
down."
But no, like, and you know, cause I kind of like, and it sucked because I grew out of that era, but it was so dope, man. Everything that you put out there, and it was just like, okay, dang, man, they got some ingredients in how they raise y'all. They got some ingredients. Y'all parents got ingredients on how they raise y'all, and it's almost similar to your ingredients. I'm not gonna, mention your sister, but all of y'all, y'all are a pillar in the community, and it's dope because y'all not just affecting one person, this person, that person. Y'all affecting multiple people, and that's what we need because, we lost as a community, to be dead serious. But at the end of the day, what makes a healthy sex life?
I don't know if I could
No,
talk.
no,
My
no,
brother
that's
told
on
me
you, Larry.
He said I
No,
talk
that's
too
on
much.
you. You said,
Okay.
yeah. That's on you, Larry.
Well, man, this nigga go fight for the end of the night. A healthy sex life to me is, in the younger days, it's just wham bam, thank you, ma'am. It wasn't, you didn't have to think about it. But the older you get, the more you realize that it's more about chemistry, and everybody said it's communication. If we ain't on the same wavelength, I don't want you to touch me. You know what I mean? So like, and with marriage, I've been married 20 years, so I went on some roller coasters, right?
Yeah.
And my wife knows this too, but if you're not connected, man, like if you're not on the same wavelength, like you could go months, weeks without doing anything, and then when it's good, you could go every day or 3 times a week or 4 times.
Right.
You know, work dependent, and I think Moses alluded to that. Like, you know, when you working and you after a goal, sometimes sex ain't on your mind, man. It's about getting to that finish line of whatever you started, man. So sex becomes small on the totem pole. Not that it's not important, because in that spare time you're gonna want to get it on. But when your mind is focused on a goal, man, you're not thinking about no sex, man. To be honest with you. But a healthy sex life, to your point, is, if you ain't got nothing going on, is probably every day that you retired and shit like that, and that's all you want to do is, hey, let's go. But when you're after a dream, it's not really, that's not like the high priority. To be
Okay,
honest with you.
I'll give mines. I feel like I kind of separate it, but then I kind of don't. I feel like that you have to make sure your partner. I'm a pleaser, so for me it's like, if I'm not pleasing, then what am I doing?
Right. Right.
So I can, and you feel energy. You feel energy. So
It's all about energy.
I can be upset or I can be mad, but I still know she needs her man.
Right.
I still know that. No matter what I got going on or whatever it may be, and I separate that. I'm going to wake up and talk to you about it in the morning. But at that moment, I'm not finna deny my partner nothing, because I'm hers, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, like, I gotta suck it up, and that's the same thing, like, but I know a lot of times females use that as like a defense mechanism. They say they shut down. Shop is closed.
Yeah.
It's closed. So when you get to that type of situation, how do you handle it? How is the shop closed? First of all, I live here. How is it closed? It's no. I don't. I know the operating
Somebody
hours.
got their hand raised in the crowd.
I got a question.
Yes. What's up, Nikita?
If you're not in the mood for something, how can you perform? For me, I'm gonna feel disgusted. As a woman, if I don't feel like having sex and you forcing me, I guess my skin gonna crawl. Like if I'm not, I'm not, and not even to say like you forcing me, but what you said, like, oh, if I feel this type of way, it's like I know I have to be clean, so I gotta put that aside.
You gotta be in a space.
Yeah, you gotta be in the. So have you been in that space?
Uh-oh.
Don't do it.
I think that that's what everybody is sometimes where, and I can only speak from a marital point.
You've been having sex before you was married.
Yeah, but because I
Well,
if
back
it
then, you didn't
no,
have to
because
have a
you ain't
reason
have to like
do
yo.
something.
If you wasn't
You haven't
listen,
been married that long.
I'm saying okay. So this is the thing.
2 years ago, but you telling me a marital. So my thing is, once you said I do, it was like your feelings went out the window.
No, it didn't. The feelings go like you already program your mind to how you want to deal with things when you made that commitment to that person. So once you realize, and I say this, like you shouldn't be with somebody. You with somebody 3, 4, 5 years, and they ain't proposed to you. They ain't talking about marriage. They not for you. So, but to your question. You have to be able to be there. Who's gonna do that?
No, I get what you're saying.
I understand what you're saying.
To say is, as a woman, if we not in the mood, this coochie
Chop,
not gonna get wet.
I got it.
So you could spit
Oh.
start, but I'm saying for a man, are you over there with a gummy, mentally not ready, but you just doing this because you married? Like,
I'm a wiggle
so-
around. Go ahead.
So the first thing. Oh.
Hold on.
Can we answer the first
Hold on.
question?
Hold on. I'm gonna let you come in. Isis. I'm gonna let you come in. Mo, I want to hear what you got to say to the rebuttal to that.
So, if a lady's not in the mood, then a man should never force themselves to make you want to do something that you want to do, right? That's foremost. But it is like a job. You only got so many sick days, right? So, we can give you a pass. We can give you another pass. But after a while, those passes gonna come into excuses, and then every action has a reaction.
Yes, sir.
Right, and I understand like it's monthlies. Like y'all out of commission for a week. Some women don't like to do stuff on their menstrual. Some women are just moody at times and just not in the mood. But if we start doing that to you all, then it's
gonna be a problem.
double edge.
Right.
So I get it. Women are not always in the mood. I'm not always in the mood because like I think you alluded to it. He alluded to it. We hustling.
Yeah.
I'm out there running track. I'm writing. I'm rehearsing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sex is not on my mind. That's why when it comes, I take it. You know what I'm saying? And it don't need to be 3 hours. You know, it can be right in the mood and I got to get back to work.
Right.
Depending on the person. You know what I'm saying? But yes, we shouldn't force it. Force is a strong word. I don't like using strong words in regards to.
I'm saying for what he said. He said, you know, if I'm going through something, I know I have to cater to my wife and she need that. So it's like, okay.
His wife would probably do that. Be like, hey, I'm gonna take one for the team because I'm pretty sure men have to take a lot for the team, just like women got to take a lot for the team.
I'm saying for a man, for a woman, you could slap some lube on that bad boy and then go.
Oh, we going in, yeah, we gonna slip. Not getting wet is not an excuse.
Point, you know, when you feel like you gotta take one for the team or whatever for your wife and she's in the mood, mentally, how like,
What does
how
that
does that
feel
work?
like?
Because you're not.
So you're having sex for him.
I get it.
I'm saying she not having sex for her. You having sex for your man. So it's about a man orgasm, right?
It's different though. She's saying for a female, you can slap lube in and still go in when a man is ready. But if a man isn't ready,
we can't do nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't ready, so they can't get it when they want to.
Damn.
if he's
Okay,
not
I
in
get
the
that
mindset to
perspective.
do that. But that's but that'll be the difference
good.
between a young man and an
I
old
get
man
that.
or a wise man.
Yeah, I get that.
Because a wise man is like, man, listen, this ain't the time, and I'm just not in that space. It's different.
So
No, a wise man would get these patches or these drinks to make sure that their vetoes is up because they know that their wife like to go. You know, they'll make adjustments to be able to perform for their wife. They should make adjustments to be able to perform for their wife.
Right, but now we talking about marriage on that standpoint. But for the ladies that's just in relationships, are you giving the men that type, like, what do you like?
She's
no, cause I know, but what you don't do my dog like that.
What? We ain't doing it no way. She did it to herself. We ain't make no decisions.
Hey,
Don't do my dog
We
like
just
that.
in the Muslim world, though, they keep their virginity, but that don't mean other stuff ain't going on.
Listen.
Other stuff ain't going on.
Right. Listen, this is, and like for most men, and they ain't gonna do nothing but piss it away. But for most men, they I want this type of, you know, and I really hope
That's not true at all.
they don't.
That's not true at all.
So
They
give
say
us
that
the
and say
tea.
that and
Give
say
us the
that, and when they
tea.
get that, they don't want that.
What they turned off because you're a virgin.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Why?
Yes.
I believe it.
Yes.
Why though? Why?
You said what? It turned off?
I believe it.
Why?
Why?
Because like men love to say like, oh, I want a girl who ain't been touched, she only been mine, da 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 da. But then when you
What
get
man say that?
That pressure
They
get
say like
applied.
Exactly.
That pressure get applied, and they don't want nothing.
Now they don't want. Now it's well.
That's only if they want to control her. though. That's
You
only
know-
when, that's only if they
do
want to
you
control
know
her.
that-
Because if she ain't never had none before, you have zero experience. That means I got to teach you everything. That could be frustrating for a man, especially if you can't really take it.
What does it have to be with treating a man? If you're willing to take on that woman, I mean, what do you?
Because it's different when you're
You know-
upfront.
you know what
If
you're
I'm
coming
being
into
upfront
when
and
you
I'm
meet a
telling you
woman
this
like
is what
that.
it is.
No,
Right.
And then you like, oh, I'm cool with it, I'm cool with it, whatever, whatever.
Oh,
then
most-
time getting
So
into
they're
it,
afraid.
and now
They're
you
afraid
really
of the
not with it.
challenge. They're afraid of the
When
challenge.
But
you
see, I
approach
get
a
it.
woman and she tells you that information, what do you expect?
I mean, if you fall in love with her and she's a virgin, you accept that, then that's for that man. But if that man is like, I have needs because he's been sexually active, and then now you putting him dormant, that's not gonna work out.
And
He's
then
either
you don't
gonna-
want to.
he's gonna.
You don't want to
But let's-
dangle it like a goal over his head.
Exactly, but
Right.
I also feel that at that same time, you already know what a
Yeah.
type of woman you're approaching. So are you?
That's
up
not
for
true.
That's not-
It's
Hey,
no, it's
hey.
different.
Hey,
Hold on.
The reason why I
you know?
would shut that down
Hold
is
on.
because women like to get with men and try to change them, right?
Right.
You said women like
Women. She said women like to get with men. Nikita, your ass need to get on the couch and get in the mic.
No, but what she's saying is real though. A lot of dudes be like, "Oh, you saying this, but I can get you to change your mind." But when you see I'm setting my ways, now it's never mind.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this too much. I'm not trying to get that. But if I'm upfront with you from the beginning, you say you don't have a problem with that. A month later, you still shouldn't have a problem with that.
Yeah, but
It's-
That's where I'm coming
a
from.
lot of people sign up for shit.
What do you
they
mean?
can't
What? You signed up for it.
Hey, Mo.
If I'm upfront with you and you like it's not a problem, it still shouldn't be a problem.
Mo.
Now it's different if I lie and allude to the fact and make it seem like it's this and that.
Exactly.
And then when it comes time and it's not that.
If you know what you signed
Okay.
up
Okay.
for.
So
Exactly,
look. So look.
exactly.
Let's go. Let's read some of the comments that we got. Tori, you crazy as hell. That nigga said, "Fuck that, bend over."
hey, but look, it's actually it's virgin men out there
That's
that's
weird, it's
willing
crazy.
to wait.
Why is that weird?
But it ain't too many high value men out there that's willing to wait. So
Right.
if you want to wait, then you need to downgrade your to a 5
You
or
gotta-
4.
you gotta-
Because I got some homeboys that look like, and they virgins, but they ain't gonna be like, they ain't gonna be that role model next to
I
you.
wanna
Wait.
address
Go
this
ahead.
comment.
Read it, El.
Because it says I'm not talking to no virgin. That's weird. Why is that weird? But y'all the same people who say I don't want no girl who got this many bodies and this many bodies, but you get a girl that got none and now it's weird.
I don't know.
It's weird because I'm not popping my. In my age group, we not
How,
past that.
how old are you? How
I'm
old are you?
25.
People still asking for numbers?
Yes. Yes.
At
they
25?
are. Yes, they are. They are.
That's probably,
They are.
they're probably coming from
you-
a single family home.
You heard what 21
Man, I
Savage
was in
said.
they must didn't go to college because college. They ain't asking. You come
They
out of
definitely
college.
was asking
You
for
don't want
numbers
that
at my
body count.
college.
In college?
don't
Yes,
want that body count.
absolutely.
In college?
Absolutely.
What
Yes,
college you
in
went to?
college. Florida Memorial University.
Listen,
Oh, there's only like 13 people out there.
It's more than 13.
I
It's
don't.
more than 13. I was at FAMU as well. I got 2 degrees. And they asked
I'm
me
not
questions
knocking
at
your degrees. I'm
FAMU
just
as
not.
well.
First of all, I taught at FAMU, so I understand the population there. It's not that big. It's really a circle population. So
You don't think
everybody,
FAMU is that big?
I taught out there. So if I talk to you then you probably talk to 3 other people. The population is so small, everybody gets passed around. That's why they probably asking. But if you go to a larger,
You don't think FAMU has over like 40,000 students in Tallahassee? That school not big to you?
I thought you said Florida Memorial.
I went to both of them. That's what I said. I went to FAMU because I have a bachelor's and a master's.
FAMU is an orgy.
So I went to
Florida Memorial is small.
Yeah, I used to go to. I used to go to FAM's homecoming, and I ain't never been enrolled. I still used to go to the homecoming.
And the locals be there as well.
When somebody come back from FAMU, like you went to FAMU, like
Ain't no I left still a virgin.
Is that like a double standard, like for us, like cause I don't think if a dude said he was a virgin, that it would be taken the same way. I don't think that. Do you think if a dude tried to talk to you and he said he was a virgin, would you mess with him?
I feel like everything when it comes to that is a double standard because it's so crazy. I was talking to 2 of my friends the other night, and they was like, if a girl come to me and say she have 7 bodies, her value just went down. But if a dude go to you and say he got 7 bodies, that means he got experience. His value just went up. So everything is a double standard.
I think you need to change your circle because that's
right. I think that's the circle, man. To be honest with you,
I'm just repeating what you said to me.
But Larry, we older. But I'm gonna let you get your point.
Yeah, but at
Okay.
the same time, y'all have to realize that we're in a way different age group than they are.
Right.
At the same time, we're both 25-year-old women.
And we older.
And they're
I'm not gonna say how old
here it
I
is.
am.
It's just to respect. It's just to respect your.
Hold on. It's not the age. It's because no.
All right, hold on. Let him say.
Listen, God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we can hear as much as we talk. So let me say something real quick. Let me say something real quick because I don't want you to get emotional about this, right? I oversee young individuals come into the military with all type of problems. So my understanding is very broad, not just in the States, but overseas as well, right? So you're dealing with a small pot that you're saying that cares about this, but to the mass majority, they don't, right? So I'm trying to just open your eyes a little bit, because sometimes people will say, hey, have you ever traveled outside Miami-Dade County? And some people have never even seen snow before, right? So I equate what you're saying as you never seen snow before. So when she says that those guys are only concerned about how many bodies that you have, that's telling me you're in a small circle. Because that, hold on. That's not the mass majority, because I know some men that will appreciate you being honest about that and will take you for who you are right now, not who you were before.
Right.
So, but you got more living to do, so you're not going to understand where we're coming from, and that's why they say 2 ears, 1 mouth, this twice as much as you talk, so that you can listen to the wise.
And I completely understand who you are as a man, but I will tell you, in our culture as 25-year-old women, it is not as easy as you think it is.
I'm not saying it's easy.
These hookup cultures and these new bringings that they are bringing to us, as far as like sneaky links and all that stuff, and you have to appreciate this and the money for this and the money for that. Yes, I agree what you're saying. I completely understand that. I completely understand you as a man. I completely understand that. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, you have to understand where we are coming from as women with this hookup culture in our young age, and these women not appreciating the women that we are before we're married.
Can you explain what a hookup culture is? Because
right.
What is a hookup culture?
That's just you just doing the opposite of what she's doing, and you're not doing none of that.
What I'm saying is, old school players are new school fools. I'm saying you're using different terminology, but we have the same understanding. So all I'm trying to do is, because when I go to like Africa, right? I thought all of them spoke French. They don't speak French. They speak Hausa. They speak Zerma. So when I try to speak French to the guys I was training, I realized that they didn't speak. I'm like, why they not listening? He's like, oh, they speak Zerma. I'm like, why the fuck did you teach me French then? Right? So we have to get on the same language barrier. It's not that I don't understand you. It's that we're speaking different languages right now. But the language and the meaning behind those terms are the same. So I just need to understand what hookup culture. I got to cut my brother. I got to cut my brother off.
Go ahead, Mo.
So
go ahead, Mo.
What is your name? What is your name, young lady? What's your name? Isis. So if
Isis like the terrorist,
and you're 25.
What the hell?
Oh no, no, Larry, you don't gotta
So
do
Isis.
First of all, Larry,
So
I'm the goddess of love. I'm the
Isis.
I'm the good
PTSD stuff.
I love.
And I think that though she is a virgin and she expressed how she feels about things, I have experienced, more things in her than the hookup culture and all that. But what I was just explaining to you was that it is different from the time frame that you guys are, because the girls that these coming up days are, oh, you gotta have the money, you gotta have the this, you gotta have the that, and I'm like,
Isis. If you I got a question. If no, but I'm explain her why.
Hear him out.
If a high
Microphone down.
if a high school senior come to you and tell you what it's like to be a high school senior, are you going and they tell you don't know what you're talking about, how would you look at that high school senior? No, if they tell you don't know what you're talking about, with me being a high school senior, you wouldn't have a perspective of what it meant to be in a high school as a high school senior? You think your experience was that much different than hers? Maybe from their path of the decisions and technology, but you understand what she went through. So we were 25 at once. We was 22. We went to college. Right. You ain't doing nothing. It's nothing new under the sun. It's just a different coat. So when you say we don't understand it's a different culture, what are you talking about? That's why we're wise. That's why you have teachers to teach you. So we understand that niggas are dogs. Niggas was dogs when I was 25. I was the dog. You know what I'm saying? So
back then for them to be dogs.
we didn't want to settle down. Like we didn't want to settle down. Right. And when we ran into a virgin, we would try for one month or two. But then we feel like you ain't buying, we say it's too much because we ain't really trying to marry, right? So we're in that age bracket. You're in that age bracket where men are confused. They don't know what they want yet. You know what I'm saying? They still experimenting. So I'm telling you what men want. We want both. we want both.
No, he's right. We want both. You gotta understand, like it's different. It's different, especially for an older man. And that's why you when y'all see, and then everybody gets so mad because it's like, oh, why is he going after that younger woman? Cause she don't know nothing.
Right.
But no, she need to care.
He knows she's green behind him. And he's gonna run game and stuff that she ain't never seen before.
So then you can tap in and talk and say how you want her to be. But this is the thing, it's a few of y'all still out here, strong women. Right. And I think that's the important part. Strong women, man, I keep strong women around me. One thing about, if you study lions, and I've always studied lions, a lion will kick his own son out of the pride because he knows all these lionesses around here are keeping me strong, and they're going to fight the battles. Now, this is the thing. It's always one queen. Now, I don't disagree with polygamy or whatever. I feel like everybody has their own choice of whatever they want to do.
Child,
but
please.
No.
Child, please.
You don't think you?
No.
Give.
Moving forward, let's finish.
No, we'll go back. Okay. But I don't feel like, I think that a man needs one woman to actually keep things in line for his life. And that's up to that man to figure out who that woman is. That's just my opinion. I'm not going to say that's fact. That's my opinion. You need that one woman because that one woman will look at you and she'll see you at your lowest. She'll see you at your highest. She'll see all of the potential that you have.
That's the keeper.
And that's the woman that you have to actually say, sorry, hoes, not today. Listen, but it's a different thing. So this is why when men, when a woman cheats, it's different because, like, yo,
that's emotional attachment.
Okay, so you all are actually segueing into.
No, go ahead. I want to hear from you.
That's a great segue into a question that I want to ask, especially because we've established that we have a more seasoned audience of men, but we appreciate you all. So what I really want to pose to the men, but of course, Ebony, you can chime in as well. Now that you all are seasoned, and Isis has mentioned hookup culture, not being serious, the whole social media dating, do you think that a lot of times for a length of a man's sex life, the only reason he is having so much sex is because that is the only way he knows how to express intimacy or explore intimacy? And as you grow into an adult, how do you think your perspective changes on what intimacy is and how you build that within a dynamic?
Okay, I think I can answer that. Now, I hope I'm not being. You've dated. How long have you dated? What was your longest relationship? Can I ask that?
On camera?
I mean,
let's say about 2 years.
Okay. Have you ever asked that man how many times has he masturbated? I'm gonna keep it professional because my mama be watching my shit. She done told me already.
I would assume there's been a few times.
Okay.
And when I say a few times, I really mean a lot.
A lot. Do you get upset when that man or you? Cause he not gonna come out and tell you, yeah, man, I blew 2 out the day earlier. He ain't gonna. That nigga
We ain't gonna say nothing.
That nigga ain't gonna say nothing.
You don't wanna give me none tonight?
Right. You walk around, you like, man, why you so happy? You'd like to know.
No, actually.
So, this is the thing. Men, it's like it's an exit. We can be stressed and be turned on. We can be hungry and be turned on. We can be going through some bad shit. Shit going bad and be turned on. Yeah. We need that exit. Yeah. We need that exit. So it's like, it's up to our partner to understand, like, okay, damn, I see my man is upset. I see he's going through something. You know what? Let me just give him a little top. Now I'm just saying,
which is fair.
Which is right, because if you're being honest, you're looking at that person. A man says the same thing. You can look at your woman and say, hey, I know, like you don't heard her conversation. You ain't have when you're in a relationship. Sometimes you don't have to have a conversation, and this is only marriage. I'm only 3 years in next week, but this is marriage. Right.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Hey, so I think she asked about
Very
intimacy.
Okay.
Okay.
There's a big difference between
Intimacy.
and sex.
Right.
Yeah.
There is.
Beating
Right.
your meat is not intimacy.
No. So I was gonna talk about intimacy.
That's what I was gonna say. You didn't answer
Yeah.
her question because she asked about intimate, but
Right.
I also feel
But
like
that's
you didn't
proving
word
my
your
point.
question
That's
correctly. because you
intimacy
meant
for us.
Intimacy and sex into one. No, it's not. You
No.
just talking
No.
right now and the drinks kicking in.
Yeah.
But I do agree that sex and intimacy is there's a
Yeah.
difference,
There's
but
two different
sometimes
ones.
men can confuse
Right.
the lines in their earlier ages.
What do you mean
to where they
confuse?
think
Right.
sex, whether you're beating your meat in front of a girl or by
Right.
yourself, they think of that as intimacy.
That's not true.
So
In some,
So
not
give-
all
no,
cases.
I want you to explain that.
so I'll let you go first
Okay.
before I
So
make
what
a crowd
I was
mad.
gonna say was, you know how we said, I could be hungry and I could have sex,
Right.
or I could be going through something and I could have sex.
Or want to have
So-
sex. No.
Intimacy,
Thanks, Reva.
in a sense, is say you marry Chop, and you have this wife, and you going through something, and she nagging about this and she nagging about that. He gonna escape and go to his side chick who not gonna harass him. So in his mind, he thinking that's intimacy because he getting that peace.
Girl,
That's
you
what,
you better shut up
look,
over here.
I'm almost in my 40s.
Listen here.
Hey, Mo,
Listen.
she think like a nigga. She not
Listen.
like- yeah, she think like a
Listen
nigga.
here.
They ain't
So
like a nigga
so
that like
they
a
even
woman.
they even spin off because that's the direction I was going in. Our intimacy starts when we are able to be naked and have nothing, and you still see a man in us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We lost our job. That's our intimacy. Sex is just sex.
Oh,
You know.
you better preach.
I'm gonna tell you right
You
now.
better preach.
Huh?
Nah, you better preach, Mo.
Hold on. I can't hear it.
As a woman, you just need to
I didn't
reconcile.
I was just asking, how do you guys reconcile with your lady?
reconcile.
After
So when we have sex,
how do you reconcile?
when we have sex, it feels so good. It becomes emotional. So Do you love me? Yes, I love you, baby. Does it feel good? Yes, it feels
Direct
amazing.
sex.
Like it's like you're asking. We can't say what we
Direct
want to say
sex.
if we know what I'm saying.
That's for every woman that you say that.
No,
I'm
asking.
that emotion. I didn't
Get
mean
No,
some
I'm
more
saying
sex.
women.
fake that emotion in every woman. to
That's
make
not
them
faking.
feel
That's not faking.
That's not faking. That blood's pumping and telling you that
It
this is
feels
really
good.
How many babies
I-
are here because the dick was so good? And
Yeah.
the dick was broke. He had this.
Listen,
fell for
you
it.
don't
So
understand.
sit here and say that.
When you get
There you
piped
go.
down right, you gonna be saying all type of
Hey, I'm
crazy
starting to
stuff.
like you.
No, this
No.
pussy
Yeah.
good,
But I'm
ain't it?
saying they're human just like we are. So you can't sit here and be like, well, how can you?
How can we?
You had that baby with that dude.
I can do it.
You asked
had
me.
that baby and he knew.
You asked me during sex. Are we together?
No.
Yeah,
You
we
know
together right
I
now.
can't say no right now. So
I won't say a word.
Are we together?
We together right now.
Yeah.
Technically, we
Or could it just
no.
sex talk.
Build
Sex
Listen.
talk.
Because I think it's getting lost in translation.
You
So I want to
gotta
build upon what you said.
remember with these women though, with certain women, the type of certain women that you're having sex with, you gotta remember.
Man, men are not brought up with families, so nobody taught them how to be in a relationship.
In the first part, can you repeat that part?
Men are not brought up in complete families or women, so nobody taught them about how to be in a relationship, what it takes. Secondly, social construct has told us what a successful relationship is, right?
Correct.
So we're living in a social construct of United States of America. It's hard. Men usually date multiple women. Women can't carry 10 children at one time. But men can have sex with 10 women at one time, having a mother.
right.
So we have to control and suppress our desires of being that aggressive person.
Our
You know what I'm saying?
instinctive.
Our instincts.
Yeah.
Like we're animalistic, if that isn't a word. Like we're here to breed. I mean, what was it? To
Right,
Force
procreate.
multiply.
Procreate.
yeah, procreate.
Yeah, he said go and plow the land. He said plow.
But I have a question on base what he said. He said now the men are made to produce and all that things, right? Now, how does it make you as right as a man? Does it make you as right as a woman? Like in the sense of a woman.
Wait, say that because
Same thing as you do.
what women do.
They do.
Do like a lot of women that I sleep with are in relationships. They do.
oh,
They do. I'm the other guy.
You ain't lying.
No,
Moses, you were supposed to lead the people
What?
to the promised
I
land.
do. I give him the rod and the staff that comforts thee. I will even prepare a table with dinner on them in the presence of the pain that you're going through with your enemy.
Hey,
What?
oh, Jesus.
I am the. You know what I mean? Married women.
Open up the door.
Listen, married women hit on me.
Married women hit on you.
Women in relationship, don't think that women out here talking about they. No.
Right.
I believe it comes
So then why you try to act like it's just
completely. But yet when it comes
when.
to us women, y'all act like it's the bad.
But so okay.
No,
so look.
hold on. Have you ever caught a man cheating? Y'all act like it's the baddest thing in the world. So we would act the same way.
I got a man right now that's telling me that he will never trust another woman in the world.
Talking about me?
No, she said she got a man right now.
Man right now.
He needs therapy though.
I got a man right now that has
Amen.
Listen.
Yeah, he needs therapy.
How healthy you
I
are.
had underlying issues with him.
Why you with him and you're
Oh, trust me, that's in the process.
This is the thing.
That dick.
Right.
Got that head messed up.
That's
That orgasm
Hold on.
changes the chemical
Hold
imbalance.
on. Pause.
There you go.
I want to get one question in. Reva, what it is, Reva? Man, your crazy ass gotta hurry up and get your ass back down. I know you was down here on Thanksgiving, but I was out of town. Reva say, I have a question. Why do women get mad? A man's form of intimacy is sex, but most women use sex as a clutch to either apologize or get what they want.
Or Valentine's Day gift.
Right. So I get what you're saying, Reva, because sex. This is the thing. Sex is important to us, but it's also not that important. It's very important.
Sex is a male instinct to do, man.
It's a natural act
But
of
intimacy is totally different.
But that's the woman power. They punani.
Right, but then they forget that all these other punani's are out there.
But that's where it comes to dilute it.
What
But
you
that's
say?
but
What
that's
you
where
say,
the intimacy
Nessa?
come in.
But at what cost?
So this is the thing.
Exactly. That's
If-
the thing. There's plenty of
It depends on where you put the punani on the platform. So how you view, and if you just viewing it for punani, then you're viewing it through a different lens. Like if you're choosing a mate, I'm not choosing that off of just getting some
sex.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not choosing that off of that. I'm choosing off of all of the other qualities. Sex is something you can actually teach. Sex is something you can actually become. You don't know what a person like until they tell you what they like.
Right.
You don't. If you really want to be real with it, you don't know, because I can do one thing with this person and do something with the next person, and it could be totally different. Totally different. But y'all both got a vagina. Does that mean I'm pleasing y'all the same way? No, it doesn't. It comes down to intimacy and the actual person that you're tied to. So when you are in like when a man say, "Oh, nah, I ain't messing with that," that's because he tied in, he locked in. He know what this person, and it ain't just her coochie.
I think you just answered her question though. 'Cause
Yeah.
Her original question.
I was getting around
her,
to
her
it.
question
I was
was,
getting
how
around
do you
to it.
transition
5
from
hours
having
later.
sex to now intimacy from young to old, right? And so going through those lines as a young man, I was trying to stab anything moving.
Yeah.
Right? Because it was just your male instinct.
Yeah.
But as you got mature and with experience, you realize that caused probably more problems than it did solve problems, right? So now as a man, you're a little bit more like, nah, that ain't for me, because I already know that's problems. I've seen that become problems. If I give her that real blah 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 blah, she gonna be hanging at my doorstep, waiting for me to come outside. But you don't want that problem. So when you get married, then it's about the intimacy. It's no longer about the sex. When you was trying to get them to marry you and all that good stuff, it was all about the wood, man. Like anytime you could get it, you was getting it. But at some point, when kids get involved, work get involved, and all that stuff, it's about intimacy. You can't get me aroused if we're not on the same wavelength. I don't even want to talk to you.
Yeah.
But if we're on the same page and we're growing together, man, I'm ready every day of the week. Let's go.
But see, that's why.
But that's the difference between intimacy and sex.
That's why you got to stay in tune with your person too.
Right.
You got to be in tune with your person, because if your person is not feeling you, all it takes is your person to see a ugly side of you. That's why they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, because you hold it not just in your looks, you hold it in what you present. So and if you don't present nothing that looks beautiful, shit, you out of luck. Now before, because I know this is juicy but I want to go. I want to go around with this one, baby. She don't like to be on camera, but what you told me how I'm supposed to do that question? What was that question that I was supposed to reword? Right. What is the perks of your relationship status? So if you're married or you're single, what benefits you from being that way? What benefits you? Now, I'll start with you because you're my co-host. I need you to get right. So, what benefits you? And your situation is a little bit different, and I don't think it's nothing wrong. I think that's amazing. I was shocked. I'm still shocked, but I think it's amazing. What benefits you from being single?
I save a lot of money. I'm not going.
What you said?
I save a lot of money.
What's the question? What's the benefit?
What's the benefit? So who's all single in here tonight? Can we see some hands? Who's all single in here? 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we got 3 singles. Everybody else, we got married, relationship, married. Okay. So what benefits you from your current relationship status?
Well, like I said, I save a lot of money. To peace of mind, because my last relationship got very toxic. So since being single and taking that time for myself, my peace of mind is something I would never ever play with ever again.
Now, in whatever that young brother's defense is, how long y'all together?
Almost 3 years.
And you didn't give him any of the nookie or the cookie?
No.
Kiss, nothing, no.
I mean, yeah, kissing, obviously stuff like that. What I'm saying.
I mean,
like,
it's maybe not.
So you gotta understand,
That shit hard.
he felt like he was going on a tour in Iraq. He felt like, yo, because as much as women like to say we're not affectionate, we are. We love that. Like, you know, I attest to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, just that hug, that kiss, or that just loving on me or hugging on me, pulling my leg out of my socket in the middle of the night to pull it over to this side. I love it because it lets me know that you just thinking about me. You thinking about me, you want to hold on to me. So it gives me some good solace. Now, as a person that you are not sexually active, you gotta think about where that man's mindset.
but I can still hug you and kiss you, all that other stuff. Like, that's not sex. So,
But if he's not used to that, then that may not fully satisfy him. That's the problem.
well, he should have left me a long time ago instead of standing around for 3 years.
He may have thought like most females, when they get with dudes that ain't doing right, they feel like, you know, over time he's gonna get better, right? So over time he may have thought that you were gonna be like, okay, this is the one, and you may have been the one for him, but how long is too long? It depends on the person. So you can't really put a time gauge on that, and then when you do, then he's gonna eventually let go. So it's either, hey, we're getting married so that we could do this, or we ain't getting married, and you just dragging me out for 4 or 5 more years. And I'm like, man, I'm burning skin off my damn penis.
I mean, but I have no control over how quickly we get married, so that's not a me
Right.
thing.
So look.
Say again?
I said I have no control over how quickly we get married. If you don't feel like you're ready to ask me that question, I can't force you. So that's not a me thing.
I think you're doing an amazing job by holding out. I really do. I think you need to become like applauded. Like, I swear to God, I do. I think you need to, but I fear that you're gonna get married too soon just to have sex. The man is gonna get married too soon to you just to have sex.
Right.
And listen, I'm a PK, so you don't got to tell me about church. I know, and I've seen people get married to have sex, and that don't go nowhere. Right. So you in a tough situation because you're gonna run into a minister who's feeling guilty, and they want it, and you talking about 6 months, a year, and you marry a man that you don't even know or understand, right? So I just pray that you stay prayerful. You know what I'm saying? Let God lead you, and you know, you get taken up like Job. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I appreciate that, and that's very true. But I feel like not 100% because people can always put on. But I have a very strong sense of discernment to know if you really putting on because this is what you want, or that's how you genuinely feel.
It can't be because you just in a toxic relationship.
Because I mean, yeah, but I ain't get married. We ain't get married.
But discernment means I understand what I'm getting into, and I'm not gonna
but
get
at
involved.
the same time, I was also young. I was with this person from the ages of 20 to 22. So I had feelings. I knew better, but I wasn't listening to my heart and not do better. So I can't get mad at nobody else but me. So I'm saying it's not all your fault that we had a toxic relationship because I stayed.
She got engaged.
No,
I didn't get engaged. I ain't never
No.
I believe you're gonna make mistakes, but she was like, I have discernment, but
you still go. You fight against.
Exactly. That's all I was saying.
God is telling you sometimes.
We wrestle.
And that was on me. That's why I said I can't put the full blame on you because if I choose to stay, that means I chose to be in this type of situation, and that's me not listening to what I should have listened to. So the whole blame is not on who I was with, because I had my discernment. I could have used my brain.
Could I ask you this? Do you think that you're gonna save yourself until marriage?
She just said it.
That's the plan. I've been
it's changing.
for this long.
She just changed it a little bit.
Change, like that's the plan. At the end of the day, I don't know my future. That's not changing it. Like
that's
I'm not God. I don't know my
plan.
future. Like that's the plan. That's what I hope for myself.
Plan means it could be changed.
Mistake.
That's just a yes and yes.
Tori is horrible. He talking about I bet she got a rose.
Huh?
Listen, Tori is horrible. He said
I bet she got
a rose.
I don't.
So do you please yourself?
I don't.
You don't please yourself?
I don't.
You don't think about none of that stuff.
I mean, there was a time when I did. I don't do that anymore.
Oh, okay.
Now, you got some real. I mean, but some people do have it because you can have that self control. I think you can have that self control, especially if you like done came this far.
And if you make it to 30, that's diabolical.
It's also, I feel like it's about like why you're doing it. Like if you're doing it for your genuine reasons and your genuine intent, it's not that hard, not as hard to control versus somebody who just trying to put on and fake the funk. Like it's one thing to be like, oh well, da 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 da. This is why I'm not doing it. But if it's genuine within me, why I choosing not to do this thing, then it's gonna make it a little bit easier to hold out and not do this thing.
Right. I think too, because like you ever thought to yourself at just like all of us, women and men, like, yo, I should have never done that.
Oh, for sure.
Man, if you didn't live, if you don't have that, if you never said
Like
that.
I should have never done that. And then you gotta see the person in the street and see him walking by and shit. Like,
what was I thinking?
But also, like I mentioned when I was here last time, my upbringing has a big reason into why I made the decision that I made.
That thing's strong.
Yeah. wait, what'd you say, Scroll? Watch? Right. I know what he's talking about. No, but
now you can ride her all day, man. Like it's so many cons, but it's so many pros.
Right.
And at the end of the day, it's your decision. But as you get older,
man,
the men gonna have more kids, and you're gonna be marrying to a family.
You gonna have to write something about that, man.
I mean, she's like a decision is a decision, like, but
I think it's a dope decision because if
it's a challenging decision.
It's a challenging decision, but it's a strong decision at the same time.
But it doesn't. The crazy part, the decision doesn't guarantee you anything.
Absolutely.
Right.
That's the scary part.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It doesn't guarantee you a successful marriage. It doesn't guarantee you that first person don't guarantee you nothing.
But
it's a personal stance that gives you an ability to be happy within yourself. Because if you give yourself up and then it didn't work out, you still gonna cry. But you're gonna cry anyway in relationships because you have to learn them.
And this is the thing, and no slide to you at all, because I think this is dope the way that you are. I feel like, as when I got older, I wanted somebody that been through something, somebody that knew something a little bit. So for me, it was just like, dang, I don't want to have to. And I get it, because I get on women a lot of times. They be like, oh, I don't want to, I ain't teaching no man to do nothing. But we all got to teach somebody to do something.
But where do you draw that line of what you're supposed to teach and what you're not?
I don't draw the line because I believe you're supposed to always be teaching. I believe that my wife is supposed to be better than me. That's how I think. So for me,
I get what you're saying. What aspect do I need? Like some things a woman need to come to the table knowing.
I do. I get that.
I get what you're saying. So I can't teach. Like she got to have some type of. For me to love you, you got to have some. But I can't teach you that.
But that's before they get the job, Mo. That's before they get the job. Like we talking about they in a relationship. Y'all in a relationship.
But you got to teach them how to love you. You got to teach them what you like.
That's what I'm saying.
Your do's and don'ts.
Yeah.
But
they know your temperament. They know when you're getting upset or you're not. They know when you're joking or they know when you're not joking. Those things like that's.
That takes time.
But that's a part of the relationship part. But it's other parts that you may not know. Now it's different from her aspect because it's like, okay, from her aspect because
get her something, she'll start talking.
Right. No, she gonna talk. It's different because when you've been through some things, you know what you don't like. And when you're vocal about that, that's the main part, because you could tell somebody like, yo, I don't like that. If we talking about sex, no, you're biting, you're nibbling, you're sucking. Something is too hard. It's not happening. And you're able to say that to the person. So that's important. But if you're not willing to say that to that person, how you gonna correct it?
I mean, the first time, like, if I don't like something, I'm telling you I don't like it. Like, just because I've never done it, that don't mean when I experience it, I can't be like, yeah, no, I don't like that.
So you don't know how much heartache you gonna bring to this young man, whoever he may be, You tell he done like, oh, I'm about to rock her world. She ain't never been with nobody before.
No, that don't feel right.
And then you tell him, pipe down, little soldier. You tell him, hey, I don't like that, or da. That's gonna be awkward.
That's why they got YouTube.
I mean, vice versa. Baby probably gonna tell me, listen, I don't like that. Okay, well, we gonna figure it out. If we really want to make this work, we gonna figure
But
out.
I don't think the transition gonna be a long time. Once you have sex, she gonna have sex, bro. It ain't gonna, she's old enough to comprehend.
But I'm talking about relationship wise though, Mo.
All of us got learning
relationship.
relationships.
Relationship and sex isn't the driving force. I mean, I've done it. I've been in two
It's important.
long term. I'm not saying it's not important, but it don't have to be the driving force behind your relationship. Like, I feel like if the only thing you have in common is sex, then that's not a real relationship.
No, you're absolutely right. But if
Just
relationship
sex?
is the only thing you have and you don't have sex and you're not satisfied because you don't know what you're gonna like once you have it.
If I get an argument with you,
so
we
you
ain't have
might
sex.
just be like, man, I need to have this. What was I waiting on? But then when you have it and he can't perform up to your standards, yes, you could work all you want to, but if he ain't got it, he ain't got it. If you're in an NFL player, you're not an
that's
NFL
where I
player,
came in at.
Period.
Do you think, I want to actually answer this question, do you think that you can have a relationship with somebody that does not please you sexually?
No.
So, and then, okay, but what if you really love this person? How do you remedy that?
You think they know?
I want to know. How do you deal with that? Like, if this person, you really like them, y'all been dating.
I think it would have been over before it got to that. If you knew that they didn't please you and fulfill you in every aspect.
But no, they haven't had sex, Larry. They haven't had sex.
But they got married?
No, they're in a serious relationship.
Okay.
Okay, so this is scenario.
She don't know what she don't know.
Your longest relationship was 3 years, right?
This nigga
Never had sex. Never had sex. So they're in a relationship. Now, you finally decide after the 3 years you have sex, and it's not what it ain't hitting on nothing that.
But
you
she
thought.
don't know. What do you mean?
No,
so I
finally.
get what he's saying. He's saying basically like, so let's say I still would have been in that relationship, and instead of waiting for marriage, I was like, you know what? We've been here this long. I'm loving you. I'm feeling you. Let's just go ahead and do this, and then we do it, and then it's trash.
But you wouldn't know.
How?
I mean,
She's going over her
She
own
don't,
feelings.
what sample size?
You don't got nothing to compare it to.
What is she comparing?
But
Comparing?
it was no. She's comparing it to herself. It was bad.
How? She wouldn't know.
So you never went to a restaurant. You never.
tried their food
You
for the
never
first
went to
time
a
and then, like-
restaurant.
I had food.
But you had other
Other food.
restaurants' food.
But no, we're saying that you
I
never.
get exactly what you're
Right.
saying.
I do, but he's not. You wouldn't know.
But you can't. This is the
Listen,
thing.
I'll say this. I went to war for the first time. I thought I wasn't ready, right? Like, what the hell am I doing here fighting for this country, taking this people's land and doing whatever, right? I didn't know what I didn't like until I got there, right? I said, man, hell no, I don't want to go do that. But once you got there and you got a taste of it, then you realize that it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. It wasn't as hard as I thought it was, right? So, to your point, she may like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, she may not like it. And if she don't like it, she has nothing to compare it to. So you can't really say that until you've done it multiple times, man. Like the Army comes up with like this 3 or 4 courses of action that may get them to the same end state. But you got to figure out which one is best for you, right? So I'm not knocking you. It's good that you're a virgin, but now you're 25 or 24 or whatever, and you have nothing under your belt to compare anything to. So again, it goes to that person that's in Opelika that's never seen snow before. Yeah. You don't even know what that's like. So me talking to you and telling you how snow is, you will never be able to comprehend that because you never had it, right? So in your mind and your infinite wisdom, you're like, thus says the Lord, I need to be blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, the world is still moving, man. You ask for forgiveness, you keep moving. But I'm not advocating for you to have sex. Find that right person, and hopefully God will lead you to that right person, that when you do marry that person, he's the perfect person for you. But what I'm saying is you have nothing, absolutely nothing to compare it with. And if I was fighting you in the war, you might win that fight, but you're going to lose the war with me because I got way more experience than you. Way more. So I'm not pushing you. I'm just saying that
definitions.
From a military mindset and from just a nigga on the street mindset, I got you by yards. You're not gonna be able to keep
But
up.
who cares? Nobody's in your bedroom but you and him. So
I appreciate that
She'll
because
know.
the way they attacking me in this comments
No,
is crazy.
what they
No, they
say?
shouldn't
What they
attack him, man.
say?
That's commendable. They shouldn't be
hey,
attacking
all right,
him.
The way they attacking me in
Wait,
the
what's
comments.
up? What's up?
I mean,
What's up?
you're different. You're supposed to get
No,
attacked.
but you're a rare jewel. But the thing is, like a lot of people don't know how to deal. That's why you was like, oh, they act a certain type of way because a lot of people don't know how to deal with that. They
But
look
I
at
just feel like personal choice is personal choice.
No
like I'm
sex,
not
no
sitting here
nothing.
knocking nobody like, oh, you out here doing this and doing that and doing this and doing that. That's your choice. So if that's my choice, then that's my choice. Like, sheesh.
so I think what right.
That's the problem with the world. We worry about people's decisions. Like your happiness is your happiness. Say what you say. I ain't trying to convince you. Some people learn, some people don't.
Right.
It is what it is.
Hey man, I think we should flip script, man.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I got something for you that we
Oh.
need to hear some other topics, but I know we're running short on time.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I
yeah.
got something for you that
Yeah, because the engineer just told me I gotta land the plane.
Y'all gotta get me talking.
Right. So
We ain't got to the
let's
topic yet.
get Jay in this thing, man. Janessa sitting over
right.
there quiet.
She ain't
Hey,
had no
she
drink
like
yet.
an assassin. She remind me of a sniper. She just sitting
But no,
patiently
she's
waiting to take
sharp.
that shot.
She's sharp. And but I think that a lot of females are actually looking up to you too.
No, they not.
And, no, what?
No, they not.
No,
No, don't lie.
Hey,
No,
take
they
my
not.
brother out the show. Y'all can.
But they not. They be like, damn. Okay.
I mean, respectfully, they could because
They
I'm getting
could,
the
though.
same thing they getting doing half the work that they're.
Right, because
What they no. I
they
wouldn't
I'm
say
not-
that.
doing, yeah.
they
I
not
agree.
whistling with Dixie from the lips
Opalaka
below.
versus Snow.
Man, listen.
Right.
Because
Ain't
we
no
wanna
woman
talk
looking up
about,
to
like,
that.
the new age generation, like what she was saying. I'm getting paid for
Talk your
vacations just
shit,
like
L.
how you are.
Talk
I'm
your
getting
shit,
designer
L.
just like how you are.
Talk
I'm
your
getting my
shit,
bills
L.
paid just like how you are. But you laying on your back and I'm not.
What you saying? You getting your bill paid by men?
So,
You getting your
I'm
bill
just
paid by
saying-
men?
Yeah.
That's wow.
Like you're doing double the work and I'm
They
getting
paying
the
bills
same
like that
benefit
with no.
But you're not
Yeah,
getting the
trying
pleasure.
Right.
with the
Same
intention
result.
of
That shit is not.
exactly.
That shit is not sustainable.
Now, the thing what I think you
Right.
should, because now what I think you gotta balance
Eventually,
that.
that clientele gonna be like,
Right,
"Hey
right.
man, that shop ain't
First
open,
of all,
dog. I'm
if
telling you."
I come in the picture, why do I need to pay your bills? Why am I
I'm
getting
not
your?
saying it's a need or necessity because I can hold my own.
But somebody asks and you got your bills paid. They offering?
Yeah.
Wow.
You gonna run out of clientele.
You'll
They
be
trying to pay for the
surprised
pussy.
by-
They just trying to pay for the pussy.
But they're not getting it. But they're,
That's when they stop.
But in other words, other girls out here doing this.
No, they
the
get
same
they.
thing.
Trust me, girls out there, they getting $60 pop, 100 easy. They can walk outside and get 100.
And I can smile and look
What you
pretty
gotta
and get
say
that
that?
same 100.
Nessa,
times
what
two.
you gotta say to
Yeah,
that?
walk
'Cause I
outside
heard-
to get 100.
I hear you over there chilling. What you gotta say?
A good looking
What
girl
you
can go out there
gotta
easy
say?
and get 100. Walk straight to the strip club or call
I'm
the
with Ebony
homeboy.
on this one. I mean, hey,
Right.
I get the same results doing half the work. More power to you, honey.
So you ain't going for that. None of that.
Going for what?
None of what these dudes got going on, like paying for to get it.
Yeah, I mean, I was raised by my dad.
Yeah.
So I was always taught to be self-sufficient. I was always taught to have your own, act like a lady, think like a man. And I
Movie.
through a lot of experiences, I've come to realize, and Ebony, correct?
Yes.
I'd like to also give you your flowers. I think it's a beautiful thing. I actually think if I could go back, I would have listened to my father as well and kept my virginity. And I'll maybe one day he'll see this. We don't know. But I do think that it's something very admirable of you.
And I also feel like that played a big part into it too, because having my dad
Absolutely.
and really like sit and talk for real with me, like how dudes think, this what they want, this what they trying to get out of you. That also played a big part. That's why I said, alluding back to what we talked about on a previous episode, my upbringing played a big role into why I moved the way I moved and chose the decisions that I chose.
You know what I would do? I'm blaming society because I feel like they make it feel like, you know, hey, oh, if I got this or I got this amount of money, if I got this, then I can get this. I can get that. I can buy that. I can get her. I can get her. I can do this. I can do that. So, you know, and you know, we all have to blame each other in a way because I blame niggas that's out there breaking bread on chicks and just, you know, doing dumb shit. Like, you don't even own a home, but you paying somebody thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars to just have sex or to be there on your arm or this and the third. Same thing, women. You accepting this or that and the third, and then that rent is paid for that month, but the next month you looking for a whole new rent check. You looking for a whole new nigga. It's putting things in perspective. Now, I do know that this is how the world goes around. Like this how, this is how it's done. At the same time, if you know your place and you know where you at with it, that's just how you gotta move. Like I said, you a gym, you gotta work it like you a gym. Shit. You
So y'all still stay at home with y'all dad?
No, I have my own place. I've been living on my own since I was 17.
Mo, is some of them still out here?
Living on 17? That's with no help. That's wild. I guess.
Listen, it's some
economy
people,
high. I need your job.
I mean, back in when I was 17, that was what, 2015. The economy wasn't that bad compared to how it is now.
But you see, it's only a certain type of woman that's out here moving in that certain type of way. But they ain't nothing but leeches, bro. They ain't nothing but leeches. Now, yeah, we get a little gratification from it, but they ain't nothing but leeches. They don't bring nothing to the table. Like, so if you got a woman that has a full-time job, education, bringing more than coochie to the table, that's
attractable.
Bro,
That's not.
Listen, what do you mean?
It's not?
To some men, it's not though.
Why?
Because unfortunately, a lot of men
Intimidation.
nowadays
Right. There
they
you go.
equate their self-worth to their financial standing. So they believe, well, as a man, if I'm providing, then I'm top dog.
But that's because they want to keep y'all in the box.
No, that's not how I see it either.
Yes.
I like majority of the women I talk to, I make very good money, and they make more than me. And when you get into that high value, they just don't know how to be a woman. They're bossy. They try to control you.
I get what you saying.
They try to son you. Like,
Yeah.
my nigga, nah. This ain't about to happen. Like they forget their role because of their position at work. So that becomes unattractive. I don't care how much money you make, as long as you understand the order
right. I
of
get
this
what you're
household.
saying.
Don't be trying to give me privileges. Like, no, you don't give me privileges. You don't. No, that's wild to me.
Right, here's your allowance.
Women that got husbands already that you talking about?
No. I mean, I'm saying I have done that. I'm not saying I continue to do it. I'm not saying I continue. I'm saying I've done that in my life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So nothing is a continuation, but they don't understand their place.
I get what you're saying there because
I'm sorry, can I address that comment?
Yeah,
Whoever says she's being taken care of by her dad, my dad actually passed away when I was 15. So my daddy's not taking care of me.
Right.
Definitely not from the grave.
Oh, I didn't say that.
No, Tori.
somebody in the
on the comments.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
sorry about your loss.
Yeah. No, and we
2015. My dad passed in 2015.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
birthday actually in like 7 days. So that's crazy.
Don't let it work you. Don't let it work you. The thing is, like you can't. I think that how you
Choppy coming
operate.
on, what we just talked about.
No, I think that how you operate is based off what your dad installed, and so you can't look at a woman like, you know what I'm saying, like as like a man is taking care of her. Like I don't care how much I make. I push my wife. I push her. She'll tell you, like, yo, go get to the next level. Get to the next level. And that's the same thing that your dad did with you. And I know because we had these conversations. So the way you move and the way you carry yourself is a part of that. A lot of times when we reading all this stuff on the screens and we reading all stuff on the internet and how people
Don't let that
perceive
change
us,
your direction,
man,
Right.
you can't.
Everybody's gonna have an opinion.
Man, everybody. And God installed that into your father installed that into you, and that's how you operating. And you gotta be proud of that on every level. Every level you get, you're gonna be looking back. Being proud of it.
Because it's only your father giving you strength right now.
I would say this, man, that it takes a wise man and a mature man to be able to support a woman that makes more than him.
Yes.
Right? Because at the end of the day, if she's winning that bread, man, I'm getting behind her.
Yeah.
Right? I shouldn't feel any type of way because she's making more money than me. Now, like to Moses' point, there's a delineation when if that personality starts talking down, and then you have to check that at the door. But that's with any relationship, because it could be the man making more money that's talking down to the woman. Because my wife, she would be like, hey, I don't know who you talking to. Like, I know you make more, but, you know, let's call this thing even. Like, we remember, there's no you without me.
Exactly.
Right? So it's about the respect level in the house. And whenever that respect level is gone, then that's when the relationship is parting. And so it's not too many men that could support something like that. And so I think on both sides, I'm not just going to say the male side or the female side, but both sides have to respect each other at the levels that they are at and support them and not feel intimidated because of their status. Yeah. Because me, I'm going to work hard because I saw the opposite in my home. So I vowed to not be not the breadwinner, but to be the breadwinner, the leader, and that alpha male in the home. So that's just me and my experience, right? My dad left us, you know, even though he died, 2015, so 9 years ago, right? But he was absent for 20 years, all right? So understand, I was working since I was 15 in Overtown as a lifeguard, right? So I wasn't a super athlete, so everything I did, I earned. It wasn't because I had the best talent, it was because I was the hardest worker, right? So you keep striving, fuck what everybody else say about, oh, you should be a virgin, this and that. That's just our opinion, but I would just say from a wise person that just keep living, because with experience, you're gonna gain fucking maturity to be able to understand what it is that you have. And you're not making bad mistakes, you're making the best decisions for yourself at this point. And then as you get older, you're gonna realize like, damn, that was a really good decision I made in my life. It's not gonna manifest itself today. You're not gonna understand it today, but 6 years from now, when you see yourself in a position and you're like, that's why I did that. I saw that in my vision, but I didn't know how it was going to end up, but this is where that ended me. Where I'm at in my life right now, being like the first black SWAT medic for Miami-Dade County, like that, I didn't see myself in that position. I was just a local lifeguard. Come on now. And then I went to Iraq as an infantryman. I've been shot at. I've done had everything done under the sun to me that I had to deal with internally, but here I am, right? And it doesn't mean that I didn't fail, but I didn't become a failure because you know what? I dust myself off and I got back in the fight. So I got a crap ton of accomplishments to go on, but it's all about you, man. Like, don't let all that shit on the Facebook deter you from who you are. Be true to yourself. That's all that really fucking matters at the end of the day. Nothing they saying is gonna change your reality. Your reality is your fucking reality, and live in that shit and make the best decisions for yourself. So fuck everybody else.
I say this all the time. Like, a lot of times people, they say, oh man, like my mom made a joke. Thanksgiving, we was up in Philly and I'm driving, and my mom was so scared about my brother driving. I'm drunk. My mom was like, I want whatever, cause my mom say, oh, he do whatever. So my mom, I'm younger than my brother. My mom says, I want whatever in the seat, because she didn't like how my brother was driving. Now, I done had 3 motorcycle accidents. Now, this is life. This is life. It doesn't matter. You know, you go through those different things, but you don't have to be through the scuffs. You just coming out without the scuffs and all that. So you got to look at it in a positive way. And like, you know, like I said, you a gem. It's a high commodity. You a gem.
Hot commodity.
Yeah.
That people would never understand until you get to that finish line.
And it ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, when I knew you were serious when you said it the last time. And understanding that, yes, it does put a target on you. It does put a target on you. Because people gonna be like, man, nah, she lying, man, nah. Or they gonna try to pull out everything.
Or guys gonna try to shoot at her. Yeah.
Right. They gonna try to pull out everything they can pull out to try to get you. You know, but you still hold the cards. And it's ways around, you know, learning how to deal with life and deal with people. You know, you gotta take all that stuff with a grain of salt. Don't ever let nobody see you shake. Ever. Because then they know what makes you shiver. You'll never know what makes me shiver. Don't let them see you shake. And that's the main part about it. But you still have to have your same mentality that's been keeping you strong. Now, a lot of us in here got some years on you. And shit, I wish I was still a virgin. Mo, don't sit on like that.
You get caught. You just be getting caught up in the moment. Just be sounding poetic.
Hey, for real.
Now you know who be talking doing bed sex. That's him. You know, baby, I'll wash the dishes for you. Wash the car, fill your tank. Soon as they get it off. What I said I was gonna do.
Listen, no, my wife be in there. You said you was gonna wash the motherfucking dishes. She be right in there watching. No, but I think the conversation was so dope, man. Man, I'm definitely I'm happy with the conversation that we had tonight, man. I feel it was so dope. I'm glad to have Larry and Mo in here. I got both of the brothers at one time. Man, I don't know.
Birthday.
Right. I don't know how I pulled that off, man, to have both of y'all here. Now, if your sister doctor get in here,
Bridget,
man. Bridget get in
she's
here.
the principal at Carroll City.
Yeah, shout out Carroll City. Shout out Carroll City, man.
Oh, yeah, shout out Tyron Nix and OJ.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout that out, man. Rest in peace. We lost two pillars. Like, you know, if you're a chief, man, you know it's a sad time for us, man. It sucks. I remember being a water boy out there on the field, you know, and you know, I think it sucks, and I wonder, and I know this is off the subject a little bit, but man, stop all the bull crap, man. We don't need like all that. You don't gotta be a tough guy. You don't gotta be a tough guy all the time, man. Live your life. Raise your children. Raise your family.
Live to fight another day.
Right. Fight another day.
Okay, Mr. Jones.
Right.
Hey, and I'm not going to cut you off because I know we run out of time, but I had something for you, right? And I'm glad you kind of got on the gun violence. Right?
Okay.
Being that I work in Miami Gardens area, I've been on multiple shootings and just sad stories, right? Of people just hanging wrong time, wrong place.
Yeah.
Or you done did something to somebody and thinking they was going to come back for you and all that type of crap like that. Or thinking you bigger than life, man. And God blessed me to be able to go overseas and see the enemy in a different way. So I always stay tactically ready, right? But a lot of these guys that think that they're tactically ready and ready for them gunplay, they ain't really ready because they're not thinking of the third and second order effects that's around them, right?
Right.
So I'm always looking at a situation from a 3D vision where everybody else is like focused on, oh man, I'm finna go get that nigga, but you ain't seeing that nigga underneath the tree sitting there chilling, waiting to see what move you gonna make, and then he finna come back behind you and pop you.
Right.
So to that point, Chop, I know you remember a couple of years ago, a guy that you
my little brother, Dimitri,
got shot up on 3-2 and 199, and I was first on arrival, right? I was on Rescue 11, and I remember. Because I had been on so many shootings, man. I could call when somebody's gonna die. I'm like, man, listen. Last time I tried to work somebody, and the rescue took a long time. I was like, yo, I don't think he's gonna make it. And the guy looked at me and said, took his loud breath and looked at me. I was like, well, shit. Did he go tell God that I didn't try to save him, or you know? So to your point, I saw you do a post about your friend that passed away or got shot up on 3-2 and 199, and I was like, damn, I was on that call, and I was like, I don't know how to reach out to you and tell you like, yo, I was on that call, because really we're not supposed to talk about those things, right? Because it could have been an investigation, but years have passed, so you know, as water underneath the bridge. But I remember inboxing you, and you was like, man, I just want to know, like, how did he go? You know, did he go fighting, or did he go, you know, was he just already done? And I told you the truth, didn't I? I said, man, do you want to hear the truth? Because I'm going to give you the truth. Yeah. But you may not be ready for it, but I'm going to give it to you. And he was like, nah, man, tell me the truth. And when I told you the story on how we attempted to save him, right, even though he ultimately passed away, the story I gave you was the epitome of who he was. He was a fighter, right? He was stubborn. Because I was looking at him, I'm like, looking at the wounds he had, I'm like, there's no way this man should be breathing. This man was still breathing. My chief told me, he was like, Larry, you going to stare at him or you going to work him? I'm like, Chief, like, that's going to go for like maybe a minute, and then it didn't. The man was still fighting, and I remember talking to that guy. I don't remember his name. You're gonna know his name. And I said, man, if you're gonna fight, I'm gonna fight with you, right? So I'm doing everything medically I could do. Like he was unconscious, moved his leg, and I was like, was that the stretcher, or did he do that? Man, the man was fighting.
Yeah.
Right? And so I did everything medically that I'm trained to do, that I was able to do to get him to a higher level of care, obviously. And I remember before I was going to intubate, and I remember him like spitting up something. I was like, the fuck was that? It was a tooth, right? And then he coughed again, still unconscious. I heard ting ting. It's like, ting ting, what the hell? It was the shell. The man spit out a bullet shell. I've been keeping this shit for about, I don't know how many years it's been, bro. You could probably tell me.
Yeah, it's been about 4 years, man.
And I told you, like, I was going to give you this, but this is the last piece of him that I carried with me through all my deployments. I probably like 2 deployments that I kept in me because it gave me peace. Like, man, I don't care how bad it is, still fight. And to you, Ebony, I don't care how bad it gets, fucking still fight, right? Because this carried me through a lot of bad times, right? And I would grab my dog tag sometimes, and I'll just rub my fingers on it because it gave me peace. Because somebody ain't breathing today, right? And I am. So this is my constant reminder to keep fighting as long as I got breath, right? So today, I thought it was fitting,
man,
to give you this.
Man, you got me up here with chills, man.
We go way back, man. Chop was a kid that was, let's be honest, was overweight. Nobody really thought that he was going to, man, that man was kicking ass in that pool. I don't care what nobody say, that man hit that butterfly, and he was getting across, and he got a lot of medals. But today, man, I wanted to bless you with this because I know he was dear to you, and I think that you would, cherish this and keep it in your archives.
Man, I definitely want it, man. Hey, I appreciate that, man.
You made a copy because I need one too,
right,
so I can keep fighting.
Right, man. Listen, you gonna have me up here, man. We both gonna be crying.
That's from that day, dog.
Man, hey, I appreciate that, bro. Man, love, definitely, man. Shit.
Sorry about that. I told you it was
What's that little kid? It's a video. The kid, the girl, when they gave her permission, fuck. Shit. God damn. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Man.
You can snap this in the archives, man, because that was, man. I remember that day like it was yesterday. Like I had, some bad experiences in Iraq. Like it's certain things that like, man, I could regurgitate everything that happened, every breath that was taken, every shot that was rang. Like I can remember every gunfight that I've been in. I can remember that call. That specific call, bro, has been sitting me for years, bro. And I've been carrying that. And I was like, man, and we were supposed to link up. I don't know what happened.
Right. It's been a minute. This has been a long time coming.
Because I'm coming on here, I'm like, man, I got something for Chop. And he ain't gonna be ready for this.
Man, yeah, you caught me off guard, man. I'm a bit emotional, I'm still a gentleman.
Yeah.
But I am a bit emotional, man. I definitely appreciate it, man. And shout out to
no lie, bro.
Shout out to Meat, man.
So Iraq, Africa, Qatar, Jordan, that shit been with me all those years, dog.
And I definitely appreciate this, but gotta give you your flowers too. I know we finna wrap it up real quick.
Yep.
Man, you've been doing this. Like I said, I was 9 years old when I met you, and you're still doing the same thing that and I definitely appreciate it, man. And I think it's dope. Drops. We're gonna post it again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure I put
drops,
it up there.
man. Got to get those drops. I know we went off topic, but
yeah.
At the end of the day, all those things ball up into good health, man. Like when you have all those anxieties and cortisol levels and adrenal levels from depression or from like hard times. Like we all go through hard times, and we don't realize how it affects the body. But
And
these
give
drops,
them one more time how y'all can be reached. I want you and drive to it.
So I do have a business card that I can't even. I don't know if I could put on there. I would try to. But if they just go to my Facebook, man, Mike Larry, DM me, inbox me, man. I will send you whatever information you need about the drops. Is very simple. It's easy to take. It's not an injection. It's not none of that funny business. It's homeopathic. It's plant based. It's fruit based. It got like so many benefits that I can't even explain on all the shit that I was going through when I came back. And then when Travis gave me those drops, man, I posted my run times. Like my 3-mile time went from 10 minutes a mile to 8:45 a mile. My mile time sprint went from 9 minutes to 7 minutes and 16 seconds. I'm 232 pounds, bro. I went from 250 to 232. I've never been that heavy, but I'm just telling you that these drops work, man. Like they're the real deal, the best blessing that I ever had. And so I wouldn't back anything that wasn't true.
Yeah.
But that shit worked for me. I know it could work for you, but you got to be serious about it. So hit me up.
That's why I say I'm gonna do it after Thanksgiving and Christmas and the wedding anniversary, all that stuff. I'm gonna do it after that, and when I know I'm gonna be real serious about it, yeah, I'm gonna be locked in. And man, I definitely appreciate all y'all for being here and just having this dope conversation. It was definitely a dope conversation. I can't believe we got Mo in here, man. He
Oh gosh.
right.
We can't even say enough about Mo, dog. That's a whole nother
Mo, shout out
show.
before we go, and then El, you shout out, and El is you gotta you know I love you. I love your personality. I love how you are. So you know you're gonna be back. And you got anything coming up before I get to Mo?
Just the fashion show in February.
Fashion show February. Make sure
y'all need some vendors. Y'all need some vendors.
Hey, they might do.
Yeah,
make sure you tell Neil. I seen Neil on here earlier. Table. Hey, shout out to Dabo, Tori, man. Thanks, Shariva. Everybody that chimed in tonight, man, on this conversation. It was a dope conversation. I appreciate y'all, you know, coming through. Mo, what you got coming up, man? And when do I got to audition? What role?
You got to come to one of my shows, though.
I'll come, Mo. You just got to tell me. I know I'll be all over the place.
You should have had that CC chant.
Great, got all these cheese in the house.
Nah, but I want to say something about my brother product. He got me on it now.
Nigga, what you need it for?
That's what I said to him. That's exactly what I said to him.
Because it's a health product, not a weight loss product.
But,
that's why.
But it is a health product, and I think the issue with our community is that we wait till the issues come before we try to fix it.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people look at me like I could look at my classmates. They be like, bro, you ain't age. But you take care of your body, and then your body take care of you. You know what I mean? So, I mean, obviously it's prevention that they're trying to give you.
Yeah. Correct.
You know, but it does help you when you are in that crisis situation. So take advantage of it early. You know what I'm saying? Just get on the regimen. I mean, it's an expensive price to pay for your health.
Yeah.
You know, but insurance companies make a lot of money off you not taking care of yourself, you know.
Right.
And I worked at Memorial Healthcare System for about 2 to 3 years in HR, so it's a profit. We want you to be sick, you know.
Yeah.
That's how we make our money. So we won't give you the things that's necessary to heal you. So they got a real product going on before it get banned, because, you know, they can't hook everybody up. Then we lose money.
Yeah. And y'all can find it on all of our pages.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you can find it on all of our pages.
I post almost daily, but they can hit me up, man. Like that's my part-time.
He getting hit with a shadow ban. He don't know about that yet.
Who?
See? Right. Like
what he said?
Shadow ban.
Right. You got to get everybody to.
I got to show him how he can post to get people to still see his posts.
I'm still learning, man.
Now we gonna. Hey, I'm learning too. We gonna get it out there.
But I actually got something called A Night with Luther, with George Huff from American Idol. He's gonna come on. We're gonna do a dinner and some live music, and with him singing like all Luther Vandross covers.
When you getting ready to do that? Whenever you ready, come back, bro.
Yeah,
you already know.
I'm putting it together now. I almost booked the venue because it's all about the venue, right? But they wasn't renting it out. It was like at a rooftop too. But so I got to find another venue where we can kind of have control over the liquor, the food,
Yeah.
you know, the ambiance, you know what I mean?
And I did see that show you did in Georgia. I know I ain't been to one yet, but I'm gonna bring.
Which one? The Conceive or nursing home?
The nursing home, the older,
Oh,
yeah.
His shows are teardroppers, man. He be having niggas
Right. This we got. I don't want to say Tyler Perry because it ain't no copycat, man. But I admire what you do and I appreciate what you do, man. And just coming from the hood, man, that's everything. To write and produce, direct, and do all the stuff that you do. They don't. A lot of people don't even know all the stuff that you do.
Right. No, they don't.
They don't even know who's saying
running track.
Yeah.
But Tyler Perry comparison is cool because they compare LeBron to Jordan.
Right.
You know, you're gonna get that when you're up and coming. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not him. You know, but I get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, if you get Ebony in one of your shows, you ain't gonna be mistreating her because she.
Ebony,
she
got.
Well,
hey, I say we should do it.
I wouldn't worry about you sleeping with the Cavs. I tell you that.
No, don't gotta worry about that at all.
Hey.
There's some out of town trips, boy.
Right. Hey, man. Hey.
No, but we stayed in the Airbnb when we went to Atlanta. That was so
I seen the fun.
much fun. Just getting them Negroes to go to sleep is the hard part. Like, y'all, we got a show. We got 2 shows today. Like, all right, I'm going to bed. Yeah, I still got to act tomorrow. We gonna be at the venue at 9 in the morning. So,
hey, babe, I'm on the next show. Don't wait up.
I'm gonna call him for this short film I'm doing. I'm gonna hire him as a cop.
Oh.
I gotta see how he can act though.
Yeah,
I don't know.
man,
We can't be.
Man, I got
Sharp.
skills.
But he looked like a cop, like one of them.
Yeah, you could be, dog. I'll be.
Cop with something stuck in your ass walking.
I did it for 11 years. You know what I'm saying? So I can act it off.
Because I got to write. We about to start filming, but the guy that's helping me do the pilot, he's like, Mo, you got to write an interrogation scene. You know what I'm saying? So we can create this. So we can. I'm like, dang.
I think
Let's
I'll
do
be
that.
good
Hey,
for
Chop,
that.
that's me and you.
You see him doing it?
That's me and you all day, Chop.
You know what?
That's me and you
I'ma
all
write
day,
him
Chop.
him and my brother in. Yeah.
Put me in again.
Then he gonna send me Minister Society clip. Like, bro,
I hate my
you know
gums
you
till they
don't
black.
fucked up, right? you know you know what I'm talking. You just said you was, but I'm gonna write it up. I was gonna write it at work today, but
Man, send it to me, Mo. I'm telling you, I'm down. I'm ready. I'm even hosting karaoke now.
but
You
if
ready
we
to
do
get
it, we're gonna be filming
can't
it.
sing,
We
but I'll
filming
sing
it.
some
We filming in
karaoke.
2 weeks.
Okay.
2 weeks. So, and we got to film the interrogation scene. So I have to write it. So what's
Okay.
up, dog?
All right. That's
be
what's
in,
up,
coach.
man. That's what's up. Put me in the game. Hey, Janessa, you did good. Next time I know you're gonna be real sassy because you was finna get us together real quick.
I actually was.
Right. I knew it. I seen you over there holding you was like, should I say
Listen,
something?
hey, she was professional over here, dog.
Right,
She
was
got her
real.
pillow and she was like, yeah.
I
It
didn't want
was-
it on the right. That's
She
all.
was doing right though, but
I'm an
she
antagonist, so
been-
I'm gonna
she
make
been-
everybody mad. So
Right.
I can
did
tell
good.
she got a lot to say, dog. So next show,
Yeah.
you got to make it about the J.
No,
And-
and Ebony, I'm gonna let Ebony do a lot. And where's Nick's? Nick's left.
I need these.
Right. When y'all get that full force of female energy, and I get
I
a
ain't
couple
gonna
of these
be
guys up here, I'll be here. I'll be able to sit in. I'm gonna let y'all do y'all thing. I'm gonna let y'all do y'all dollar. Hey, but everybody that tuned in, we appreciate it. Shout out, love, chopping up with Chop. Let's go.
Hey, I'm
Out of there.
I'm mad because I took the drops and I want to eat and I'm hungry.
No,
And I know I got to
Baby,
eat.
the food though?
No, I'm saying I want to eat.
Yo, let's go. It's time to chop it up with Chop, baby.